Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday, August 12th, 2025. Happy belated birthday, Mom. Welcome to the Giant Bombcast, episode 903. I'm your host, Jan Chola. That's right. I'm actually part Irish, and I've never told anyone. I want to welcome everyone in a good old Irish manner. Have a good old Irish morning. Top of the morning to you, and top of the morning to co-captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
You want to lift your back leg back or your left leg back and your right arm up, and you want to get that cross body movement, and that's how you wake up. That's how you get ready to podcast. Now do it for the other leg and the other arm. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Speaking about the good stuff, he's always basking in it. He's sharing the good stuff with it because that's just him as a person. Dan Reichert.
If you do that horizontal style, that's a broken table pose right there.
Okay, yeah,
Grub.
oh yeah.
You do it down, like get down a yoga mat, get down like on the
the
cat-cow.
stretch right. Those are the muscles that I need to stretch.
Yeah, get in the cat-cow position, and then do the arms and legs gimmick. Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah, I hope I'm making people uncomfortable.
Speaking about making people uncomfortable, he doesn't do that because he massages everything. He zhuzhes everything. He's a skosh that makes us go. That's right. He's still going because he's going so fast. Back on the podcast, Turbo Shawn McDowell.
Is that like a cross breeze that you're going for there, Jeff? When you get the crossway
But
thing going on
it's like
there?
when you open the window on one side of the house and the other side of the house,
Right.
you're doing that for my entire human body and existence.
See, you're very dad, so I was
Yes.
just checking if you need
That
like
you
dad through all your
spoke
things
my
in life.
language 100% there, Sean, and I gotta say,
Gotcha.
really appreciate it.
Maybe
Anything.
maybe this speaks to the sides of TikTok that I wind up on, but I see a lot of I don't know if this is hokey stuff, so forgive me, folks. Somatic therapy, and then people talking about how doing the frog pose stretch makes them emotional, and then I just want to do a frog pose stretch with you and get emotional with you guys. Speaking about,
Can we describe the frog pose just real quick before we do the grand finale of introductions here?
okay, let me just
Wait.
Google what a frog
Dan's
pose
just gonna
looks
do
like
it.
again.
Wait, I don't remember. I know dead baby. Is frog pose like this one?
What did he say?
No, that's
just
like
say you know dead
that's like a
baby?
butterfly.
I think he said he knew dead baby. We got to move on.
No, dead bug. There's happy baby and there's dead bug. That's two different ones.
Child's pose.
Child's pose. No, I know child's pose. That's a fucking starter pose. That's a jabroni pose. Actually, feels really good.
that the
It's
Chucky
a rest
movie?
pose. That's a rest
Frog
pose.
pose is like, I mean, like my camera won't show me there. And then Dan, look up a picture of frog pose, and then can you do it in the back, please?
Yeah, let me see. You know you need pigeon pose. That's my favorite pose. Frog pose. Let me see. Let's
The
see.
longer we go without introducing him, the more.
Yeah, it's great.
I know, I'm aware.
frog pose. This fucks me up. I'm gonna try it. I'm probably gonna fuck up my thighs bad. Okay, here we go. I'm taking my gimmicks off. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
wondering if Dan actually knows anything about yoga, or if he's just.
Oh no,
I
he
feel like
does.
he does.
He does a lot of yoga.
Oh, okay.
Oh no,
Are
that
you sure
looked like
about that, Jeff?
Okay, that looked like
okay,
he
now
had
Dan
never
is
even been aware that he has a pelvic floor.
Now Dan is unrolling a yoga mat, but he's not on it at all anymore because of the frog pose.
Mike won't even laugh until he's introduced. He's such a professional. Oh fuck.
Dan, how was that?
You got to go forward to get out of the frog pose. It's really gonna fuck. Like my knees are bad. That hurt because the knees go wide on the frog pose off the
They go
mat.
wide.
Yeah, audio listeners, that was Dan ensuring he never has children ever
That
in
was
his
a
life.
top tier bellow, Dan. Just one of the best bellows I've ever heard.
Speaking about top tier bellows, we've got this fellow on the podcast.
Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, here I am. Let's go back around. Run it back.
All right, go captain of the ship, Jeff Grubb.
I'm here.
And we he's jumpy, he's froggy, he's the 5-star podcaster, Dan Reichert.
Hey, it's me. Let's go. Let's podcast, fellas. How's it going? All
That's
four
right.
of us.
Sean, I'm gonna convince you. How much do I have to pay you to get a mullet and grow a mustache?
Oh, not possible, Jan. Not a chance.
Oh,
there's
like
gotta
Gotta
a
be a
day.
number.
Because Sean, you like chicken tendies, right?
Sure,
Is he
as
our-
much
is
as
he our
anyone
dom?
else.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
a
Have you
dom.
ever been to jail?
Not
day.
yet.
Okay, all right. Well,
Third time's
our
a charm. Bring it around.
All right. We got head of the table. That's right. I don't know what's going on in the WWE right now. We got Jeff Grubb.
Yeah, acknowledge me. Woo.
Cashing in the heist of a lifetime. It's Dan Riker.
That's me. Look out, Grub. I'm going to get you.
Oh no!
He's going to get your waveforms and make them small, but then make them big. Turbo Shawn McDowell.
Have you guys ever thought about how the brand of Scooby Snacks came about? Like, was it just like Nabisco dog treats, and they're just like, man, that dog buys so damn much. We just gotta like rebrand the whole thing.
Are they actual things you can buy? Like, is that
They
an
were at
actual
one
deal?
point. Like, yeah,
For
Are they
people
like
or
a
dogs?
kid's treat? Is what are we talking about
that's
now?
a good question. Scooby
Speaking
Snacks for
about
Scooby
dog
Doo.
treats.
Or
he's
Grub, what have you been
fed-
playing?
Oh yeah, oh, hey, play the game music. Yeah, let's go.
I don't have that loaded yet. Speaking about dogs, he's got that dog in him. That's right, everybody. Start revving up your dogs. Ruh, ruh, ruh. He's a bad boy and a bad dog. He's our own snack. Mike Minotti.
Hi.
Mike, I was just like, Jane hasn't had time. He's had a busy morning, so I was looking at some of the emails, and there was a nice long email from a fellow from Finland, and he talked about that time you yodeled on the voicemail dump truck. Do you remember what the yodel sounded like?
Yeah.
Oh, it still hits. So
I have
good.
to ask, Mike, I'm assuming you're basing that on something you saw in a Disney thing. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
Home on the Range, the bad guy song. It's great.
A bad guy song?
Yeah, that's really the only good part of that movie was the Yodel Lady. Yeah, what's it
Mike,
called?
now don't take offense to this because you are Italian, but you
Okay.
sounded like spaghetti.
I get it. Well, there's spaghetti westerns,
sa-
other spaghetti yodeling. It's
You
okay.
sounded like the sound effect that would happen in a cartoon when someone twists spaghetti into a fork. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't ever use scissors around me when you're twirling spaghetti. By the way, I'll get really upset. These scissor
Everyone
people.
cocked their head at you like, what the fuck are you talking
I've
about?
seen
No,
it.
I know what he's
Some
talking
people-
about.
Some people have scissors when they do that. Like it's like their utensil. Like, oh, I eat my spaghetti.
I
Time
just-
for my scissors.
I just break the spaghetti noodles before I put them in the pan.
Wait.
What? What?
No,
Wait, I'm the
back
weird
up.
guy because
Nuh-uh.
I
Nope.
had my syrup in the fridge?
To be clear, I'm saying it's a bad thing. No one should do that, but some people do.
But wait,
What are you
who's even
using the
seen or
scissors
heard about
I've seen
this?
for?
it. It's a thing some people do.
This happens a lot with Asian soups
Like-
because Asian noodles are very long.
Okay,
Brag
you've seen the
about it.
stew,
Some
Jan?
spaghetti.
You've seen this, Jan?
Don't be mad at me. I'm just the messenger.
He's on your side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. So the spaghetti is so long that you need
Some
to
people
cut
have
it once
scissors
it's
with
on
their
the fork.
spaghetti.
You
Yeah, so
have
like,
teeth.
Yeah, I know it's dumb.
Deranged behavior.
I
you
think,
have
I think
teeth.
even and this is
Nature
gonna upset
scissors.
Some Italians, I know. I think the spoon is completely unnecessary. You already have a plate.
I
Just
don't
twirl
spoon
it in
with
there.
spaghetti. No way.
For
A spoon
twirling,
for
so,
what?
like,
Yeah,
do the
twirl.
twirling in the spoon.
Unnecessary.
It's,
Well, that's
it's
crazy. That's wasteful.
weird. Yeah.
You already have a
What is
plate.
happening?
Exactly. I don't understand why people need the spoon for their twirling. You don't even need a plate. Just twirl it in the air. It's easy.
Yeah. Show off a little.
Yeah.
Just shovel it in your mouth. That's what I do with a big bowl of spaghetti.
Just shove it down your gullet and shut up.
Just loosen the jaw and go to town on that plate.
How's everyone doing?
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Sick.
2 normal nights of sleep, and I'm just good to go now. It's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Penny's
That
been
does explain it.
Penny's been getting up to pee a lot, and it's disrupting my sleep. And it's like nothing I can do about it. I can't reason with her. I can't ask her to pee less in the morning. She's just old. And like every time she gets off the bed, she has to come back up the bed, and I'm the only one who can make that happen. So
Does she do the thing where it's like, waiting on the side and like whimpering until you help her up?
exactly, she'll claw it, and I have the pee
Yeah.
pad, so it's not like she's making a mess anywhere.
Sure,
But yeah, at some point I gotta get up and let her up, and then it's just sometimes I'll fall right back asleep. Sometimes it's a 30-minute thing. But, it's just I'm not getting uninterrupted sleep, so it's not great for an already not a good morning person, Mikey lifestyle. Mini staircase, she does not like it. I had the mini
Really?
staircase out for 5 years, chat.
Didn't trust it.
Want nothing to do with it. I was trying for a while. I was like doing sessions. I was kind of pushing her up and giving her a treat. She would like be really hesitant. Then finally, like all at once, like stumble the entire time. I felt like I was torturing her. Hated it. So yeah, wasn't working.
For all I've heard about Mike, you yourself have said that you're, like a loud sleeper, hard to room with and stuff. Our San Francisco time, I had we shared a room and
Yeah.
no issues,
Well-
no issues at all.
Two things about that. One, I I have the CPAP now, so it's pretty good. You don't hear much. Two, maybe exaggerating to make sure I got my own room in the past.
That makes sense. Okay. Okay.
Mikey ain't happy.
But now we're all co-owners and no one's taking food off families, so we're splitting rooms. So.
Don't want to take food off of families. That is for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. Shawn, you went to my favorite. Oh, here's an edit point. Shawn, you went to my favorite place in the United States. Las
That's
Vegas.
bad, Jan. I'm gonna maintain that's still bad.
Why is it bad? There's lots of food. There's fun art
cities have
experience.
food. Most cities have food.
Yes,
They
cities
have a
tend
lot
to
of
have
celebrity
food.
chef restaurants, though.
Let's
I
be
do
clear.
like that.
Vegas has really good food. Like that. Like let's not underplay that. Vegas does have very good food.
Well, okay.
Yeah, a
I
lot
don't
of it's like
associate
if
it.
you want to spend like $200 though,
Okay,
man.
no,
like-
yes, but you go to the Thai restaurants. You can find some good places.
Which
that
we
are
did,
affordable.
which we
Yes,
did,
exactly.
absolutely.
Yes. So
I'll
you're all
say,
right in that front.
I'll say, wasn't that impressed by a lot of them.
Sure.
Like some
fair
of the
enough.
places that people recommended, it's like, this is just more expensive versions of stuff that I have in the Midwest. You know,
Yeah, I've
like
never been impressed
Chicago
by
area and stuff.
Vegas food, but like I feel like if I've been to Vegas 12 times, I'd say like 9 of them was when I was like poor and 20 in a dirt bag and was just eating like shitty buffets and stuff like that.
Right,
So
that's different.
But for the wedding, part of the prize package was they sent us to the Gordon Ramsay restaurant and stuff like that, and your beef Wellington gimmicks and all that stuff. And like we'll say. Was pretty good, but I'm sure if we had to pay for it, it wouldn't be worth it.
I was, such a Food Network guy that every Food Network celebrity chef has a restaurant there, so that part was like, ooh. One of the best meals of my life was that Bobby Flay's restaurant there, the Mesa Grill, I think it was. So, but again, maybe I was hyped up. I was just so excited to be eating Bobby Flay food after seeing him be dominant on Iron Chef for so long.
He is the Brock Lesnar of the Food Network. I'll say.
Wow, I didn't know he was-
buddy. Well,
Wow.
I mean,
wait,
it's
actually might be
no,
true.
not
Doesn't he-
the extra. Well,
What's
Yeah,
he
a
putting in
little
that
bit.
think
food?
about it. He's okay. Anyway, Shawn, you went to
Best
Las Vegas.
best food I've ever had is in Vegas though. I'll give you that.
Okay.
The chili pork soup dumplings at Xiaolong Dumplings off the strip over in Little Chinatown. Best food I've ever had. Period. Bar none. Nothing competes.
Las Vegas has a really good Chinatown. As a Chinatown enthusiast,
That's where the new Pink Gorilla is that I got to check out.
Yeah,
finally.
yeah.
Oh.
It's a
I wanna-
small little one. It's just a tiny little one, but it was fun to go in there and pick up some imports and stuff. Yeah, nice little place there.
Mike, yes.
Why did my audio file stop recording? That's weird.
Your what?
Great podcast today, guys. Great pod. Did you stop recording because you hadn't been introduced yet?
No, I don't know. It did it on its own at some point. I swear, I didn't do it.
Great time for Shawn to be on the pod and have to edit the pod after.
Sorry, Shawn.
This
Yeah.
is gonna be fun.
I was gonna say shout out to Picarilla because I was taking a bunch of stickers off of games I had bought before, and they're always they're always annoying. They don't come off easy. Then I got to the game I got from Pink Gorilla, and they deliberately use like very unsticky stickers, and it came off really easily right away. I was
Yeah,
like,
I appreciate that.
Pink
That's very
Gorilla's
nice. Thank
fantastic.
you.
Yes, I just saw Kelsey Lewin at the MinMax meetup this last weekend. It was
That
great.
looked like a lot of
nice.
fun.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
fantastic.
great turnout,
Good.
great folks. So yeah.
Shawn, you went to Las Vegas not just to go to Las Vegas, but you went for Evo.
That's right. Yeah, and
Does Evo
hey,
stand for something? Like every
Evolution?
violent.
Yeah, it's just short for
never mind.
Evolution fighting
it's
tournament.
the evolution of fighting games, Evo. Yeah. I went for quite a bit too. I went for like 5 whole days, almost a week in Vegas, which that's too long to be in Vegas. If you're on the strip, at least. I've heard, off strip, it's like, it's fine, it's whatever. It's like any other city. But on the strip, that's too much Vegas for me, Jan. I'm sorry.
Guys, multiple times in the past 2-3 years, I've thought I could live in Vegas.
Live?
I mean, again,
Yeah.
like
You're
off
insane.
strip, maybe. But yeah.
You're insane. The weather situation. You'd be okay with that?
I'd just be inside the whole
he's from the
time.
Caribbean. He's a tropical people.
Grub, you sound ignorant.
Well, here. Oh, by the way, pro tip before I go any further, I just want to remember to sneak this in. If you ever do go to an event on the strip, or like if you're going to something else, like the Final Fantasy 14 convention is there. What CES is still in Vegas, right? Somewhere on the strip, I think. They're
EVN
at the
is still
convention
there,
center. Yeah. If you're intending to stay on the strip the whole time, get yourself a monorail pass because those get cheap if you get multi-day passes. We got the 5-day pass because we were there that long. It came out to like $8 a day, and just you just go to the station, get a nice air conditioned ride both ways, cheaper than Ubering all up and down the strip or like walking, especially. That was really nice. And then go to the Target that's on the strip because the Target is like priced like any other Target. Stock up on like water, snacks, toiletries, anything you need there. Right back to your hotel, and it's actually like a reasonable stay here. I've been to 3 Evos now. I'm starting to get the strats of how to survive on the strip.
Did you see the weird or use the weird loop that you lay down in? It shoots you around the city underground or whatever. Mary was telling me about this.
Okay, so that's not what it is.
Elon Musk's Hyperloop.
Is that it? Yeah, Mary was telling me about
the
that.
Vegas loop. The Vegas loop is it's an underground track that runs around the convention center. So you can get from one end to the other. I don't know if it's all Teslas, but it's like all at least electric cars that they have just running around a track underground. I got to use that last year, and it was helpful because I didn't know how to get around as much last year. But this year it was down because there was construction going on. So yeah, didn't get to do it. But that is convenient. But yeah, the event itself, it's still a lot of fun. I put out that video a couple of weeks ago, what it's like to be at Evo, and it just keeps growing and getting better under the new, I guess it would be new owner. I don't know if it's new ownership, but at least under new management. The guy who runs Combo Breaker now runs Evo, and a lot of his team is working
by Sony, right? Yeah,
it's owned by Sony. It's Pokemon's in there somewhere. I don't know. I don't remember the full details, but but yeah, they learn from every event, and that's great because last year there were some issues with like lines being everywhere, and getting into Sunday finals was a nightmare. They fixed a lot of that this year. It's great because now that's bigger than ever. This year had more attendees than ever. It's just a big old convention. Even if you're not super into fighting games, it's still a great convention to go to if it's like a reasonable amount of travel and like you have somewhere to stay in or anything like that. If you're in Vegas, or you can easily get there and just like hang out with friends, like split a room or stay with someone who lives there, it's a great time because you can do other things like go to the massive arcade and stuff. That arcade they advertise as being the second biggest in the US. The arcade that they bring to Evo, which is very
Galloping
funny.
Ghost #1.
Yeah, I assume they're just saying because Galloping Ghost is the biggest. Hilariously though, I probably have a better time just playing at the arcade at Evo because the machines aren't all broken like they are at Galloping Ghost nowadays.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, they're getting a little bad with the maintenance over there, unfortunately.
It's a lot of machines.
Yeah, but yeah, they have a bunch of cool things, a bunch of machines that you wouldn't normally get to play. There's like this mech game where you like get in a pilot seat and it's like jerking you around like an amusement park ride and stuff. There's all kinds of rhythm games, like if you see them on stream at GDQ and stuff. That's a great way to spend your time at Evo. I spent most of the weekend not playing fighting games because I didn't compete this year. I was doing a little bit of work, got interviews going up on the channel, on the site. And so I just watched like top 24 and some top 8s on Sunday. And that's how I interacted with fighting games for most of the weekend, outside of previewing a couple games, which I'll talk about in a little bit here. But yeah, it was a really fun time. Got to meet some people I've always wanted to meet. Always Be Clothing and Marino were out there, so I finally got to meet up with those guys. Got to meet Susie, the Sphere Hunter, who was hanging out at a friend's booth in the Artist Alley. It was great talking to her for a while. Kind of just, but yeah, Jan, I heard the story of you helping her survive E3 2019. That was,
yes.
I won't repeat it, but that was, our boy Jan's just always helping people out, isn't he? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a fantastic place to be. I can't emphasize this enough that it keeps getting better. And Marino knows. He was there last year as well. And we were talking about a little bit of, they really did fix a lot of the issues we had with last year. And that's good to see that they are improving. Even if it's getting expensive, Evo's not, the convention itself isn't cheap. That's why I say, like, find a cheap way to get there if you want to go and, like, stay and everything. Because the event itself is now up to like $200 to attend for the 3-day pass, which is not cheap. There's a lot to do. There's certainly a lot to do and a lot of freebies, a lot of giveaways and stuff. But yeah.
You feel like you see that money when you're walking around, like you see where that money is going, or does it feel like most of it's going toward management? And
it's going to being in Vegas, frankly. Like,
Vegas has got to be cheap relative to a lot of other cities for an event like this.
No. Man.
Well, where would be cheaper? Because like the Vegas Convention Center is like pretty affordable.
Anywhere
to,
in the Midwest, frankly. That's why Combo Breaker's still that's going up.
Point.
That's only like 120.
Come to Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay. Cleveland would be cheaper, I would bet. You're probably right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think at this point it's just in Vegas for the historical significance. At this point, it's just where it's been for the longest time, so that's where they're keeping it. But yeah, they are improving it each year. You do see that things like the stage, the final Sunday stage, they scaled back the bleachers that they had last year in order to get just more chairs in there, and that's the compromise. Hey, not as like comfy or exciting seating, but everybody gets to watch if they want to be in the arena. It was a ticketed event, so they made sure that like there's the right number of people in there and everything. They get these big, beautiful screens that you would see at a concert or whatever. It's awesome. It's just fun to watch the hype moments in a top 8 happen on gigantic screens and everything. People popping off and running up and down.
What was the best top 8 you saw?
The funny thing is, best top 8 I saw might not have been on the grand stage. It might have been the Killer Instinct one. That was just so. It's always a fun game to watch. There were some fun moments in the Grand Blue one as well. Unfortunately, a lot of the games right now are kind of dominated by like the best players and the best characters. So that was a lot of what we saw on Sunday. Like, if anyone watched Street Fighter, just watching Mena just absolutely destroy that man on stage with Blanca, that was
very dominant.
Tekken was Arslan Ash versus Atif. Just Pakistan being incredible at the game, which is great. Like, it's cool to see that they're so dedicated to it. Yeah. But they're also a little boring to watch because they play it so well in that game.
Right. It's like when I go to watch minor league baseball, it's like, oh, baseball can be super entertaining when they're not quite as good at it. Like they're a lot more.
That's why I like going to high school football for that.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that was like a lateral. I don't think you meant to do that.
Yeah, it's like when we compete against other video game websites.
Yeah, right. Everyone's so bored with us because we're so perfect. Yeah,
for some games, it's a little. Yeah, it's not as fun to watch. Guilty Gear, Chad also. Guilty Gear top 8 was pretty fun to watch. I got to see that in the arena.
I really enjoyed the Capcom versus SNK 2 top 8 not on the main stage, but I thought that was great.
Yeah, that was one of them on side stage. I wish I got to catch more.
For that and Killer Instinct, Sean, you were talking about that being fun. Yeah. Were those ones also dominated? Like, would I expect to see Justin Wong still like crushing it at Killer Instinct, or is he like focusing on other stuff?
Or like the equivalent player?
Player, yeah.
The CVS 2 was, I believe, players that were either new or we haven't seen in a while. Cool. So it was cool to see them come back. I know I caught the grand finals of Marvel 2, which was like players from back in the day being really good at and just coming onto the Evo stage and just playing the game like back in the day, and that was really cool to see. It was just it's always such a fun time to be in the room as people are popping off for those hype moments to happen.
It doesn't have to be an Evo moment 37 or 38 for it to be fun. It's like the possibility of being there for like one of those historical moments probably is always like enticing, one of the reasons to go. But you don't if you didn't have one of those, like I heard, the top 8s were good, but none of them were super great, but it was still a good time for you. It sounds like it was fun anyhow. Is that your opinion of it?
Yeah, and if nothing else, like I said, the event itself, there's so much stuff to do, whether you're competing or not, especially if you're competing, though, playing in pools. My friend almost finally got out of pools, but he was 1 win shy this year, unfortunately. But it's just always fun to cheer on your friends, and then go get some food, come back, play in the arcade, shop around the artist alley, spend way too much goddamn money in the artist alley.
Show off some of the stuff you got. I'm sure it's appropriate for stream.
We'll see what I get. What I can scrounge up after the break, but it was a fun time. I had a lot of fun. Like I said, did a little bit of work, so I brought some stuff back with me. That's slowly going up on the channel. I had an interview.
Really good interview, Sean. Really good interview.
Yep.
Thank you, Jan.
Awesome work.
Yeah, an interview with it's Riichiro Yamada, who is the producer of the new Virtua Fighter game. And so I got to pick his brain a little bit. Maybe get some answers to some stuff. Maybe not as much as we wanted, but some answers. And that's up on YouTube and giantbomb.com now. And we have more stuff going up throughout the week as I get that edited.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Speaking about things going up on the website, sure, you could go to giantbomb.com, but...
That's old shit.
That's old shit. If you are a premium member and you've done the whole rigmarole, giantbomb.com/join and helping us out, whether you pay for a month or pay for the year, you have access to the premium site beta. If you head to enormousexplosive.com, shouts out to Chuck Towski, gang, because Chuck has shown us the demo a couple times now. We went through the website as a gang yesterday, and holy smokes, this thing. We have a ticker.
We have a ticker.
We have a ticker.
We do have a ticker.
We have technology has taken us so far. When I don't know if anyone of us have ever done something where like you're carrying a backpack and you're walking a very long time, and then you realize I don't need this fucking backpack. This has a bunch of useless shit that I don't need in it. You take it off, and now you're just running for the races. We're sleek now. We're aerodynamic. We're so fucking efficient now with this new website. Again, enormousexplosive.com. The beta is going to be running from today. And I think Chuck hasn't quite outlined when it's going to end, but this does include full video catalog. We got all the shows there, articles. You can leave a comment on the show page itself, the show in its entirety versus the individual videos, reviews, live streams. All of them are ad-free as you would with your normal premium experience. But hey, go check that shit out. It's good. You can also see the Bomb 12 proudly displayed on the side there. What you got to do is you got to use your Giant Bomb email that you signed up with for premium, and also your username, so Chuck can link all that stuff. There's going to be a suggestion box, a bug reporting form on there as well. And as a part of this premium site beta, the wiki's not on there yet, but once again, like we mentioned last week and across the website, Chuck is still looking for volunteers for the wiki street team, which you can find on the Giant Bomb Discord.
Yeah, we're trying to save that
place
thing.
You should join.
Yep,
Yeah.
help us out there.
We're going to save that thing. Chuck has been doing an obscene amount of work. And also, he said he's going to vomit, but dang, it just looks good.
It's good
It looks
barf.
real good.
It's good barf. Let it out, Chuck.
Although
let it
I
out.
can't get the site to load, so
Yeah,
it's
it's
gonna
getting
work.
Could not verify that account, Chuck. What the hell?
Getting a
Oh
little
man,
bombarded
Chuck
right now,
sucks.
I think.
No, I think, Sean, you may have the same problem that I was having where it turns out I never had a premium account with this account.
yeah, through Curly. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I've never bought premium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think the site might be down right now. I think it's a little overloaded at the moment.
Yeah, we did it, everybody.
It's like
Good
that.
job.
Have
Yeah,
fun, Chuck.
Chuck. Just throw it out. Just throw it. just let it out. We're all rubbing your back right now. You hear this?
Yeah, I'm holding your hair back.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
us
Mr.
rubbing your
Miyagi?
back. Oh, did you say it's Mr. Miyagi because I'm Asian, Mike?
No, because the thing he does.
Yeah,
It's
we
the
did.
thing.
Are we having another yellow Power Ranger moment,
Oh,
Mike?
come on.
Come on, we're better than this.
Jeez.
Got the fire palms.
Video
Also,
games.
That did
You
sound
want to see
problematic.
a 32-minute travelogue of Mike being mostly not racist? That'll be
Most.
after this bombcast. We'll do a YouTube.
Entirely not racist.
We'll let the audience be the judge.
Yeah.
If you are, again, a premium member and also on the Giant Bomb Discord, you should go to the behind the scenes channel. I was scrubbing through the timeline, and the first place I stopped was just Mike going to town on a donut.
Oh yeah. I edited the travelogue, and I initially had the cold open before the stinger be Mike drunk in a robot car orgasming over a donut.
Yeah, at the worst point of the donut eating experience for other people. Maybe the best point for him.
Yeah, and one of the few feedback edit requests I got was that's a lot to start with. You need to do something different for the cold open.
It wasn't. Yeah, we're really throwing him in the deep end with that. Got to build up to that moment.
Yeah, there's some fun, a lot of fun things in the travelogue. Very good job, Dan. I didn't have to touch up too many things.
Yeah.
I like editing. Yeah.
Sean, you went to Evo. We just
Yes.
chatted about that. And one of the games you got to check out, a few games you played, Invincible, Victoria's Secret.
That's what VS stands for. Yes, exactly. Victoria's Secret.
Oh.
Well, the
Invincible
uppercase.
versus. Yeah,
I was suddenly interested in Invincible.
I went to the booth and I got an appointment for this one, so I did get to sit down and play with the game's director, and we just chatted about the game and played for about an hour. So I got a lot of footage we could like turn into something. I would like to turn into something. We'll see what happens there. But this game is very interesting. It's kind of everything and the kitchen sink, the tag team fighting game, where if you can think of a fighting game mechanic, boy, it's in there somewhere in some form. Basically everything except, I was very excited to hear this, except for comeback mechanics. That's the one thing that they're not putting in. So no X Factor, no sparking, no that stuff.
Does it have the thing from Time Killers where you can cut off their arm and leg and they keep fighting?
Kind of. They don't keep fighting, but it is invincible, so people blow up a lot, Dan, from a punch.
Does it have the Bushido blade thing where you can hit them in the head with a weapon and they die immediately?
Ooh.
Oh, if you end the round with that, yes, their head will explode. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if this is the official term they're going to use, but because it's invincible, it's a very bloody game. Blood accumulates both on offense and defense. He says that the fist, they call them the blood gauntlets, because as you punch someone, the blood stays on their hands as the fight goes on, and then like blood splatters will stay on the opponent and the ground and stuff like that. It is in motion. I don't think streams like the trailer they showed at what would have been Summer Game Fest or whatever, the Xbox showcase something.
Yeah.
It's Xbox, yeah, because I played it at
Xbox.
I played at Xbox's installation at SGF.
Okay, I don't think that shows off the game in motion as well as when you're actually playing it, because there's a lot going on in the background, not great for bitrate and everything. It looks very clean. It looks really nice in person. And also, if everything I just mentioned about the blood and everything doesn't do it for you, because it's invincible, it's going to be there. They did announce that there is a streamer mode where you can turn like that stuff off and have a less gory experience.
Wait, that falls under streamer mode? Why would that be?
Well, because people get demonetized constantly on YouTube for showing excessive gore in like Mortal Kombat and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
wow.
can't show a fatality in MK anymore, even the X-rays anymore, because YouTube's good enough at detecting like, oh, there's blood on the screen, demonetized and maybe even age restricted to 18 plus.
Is it getting caught thinking it's like actual violent stuff,
Yes.
or is it specifically trying to like crack down on violent games?
No, yeah,
makes
like
sense.
MK in particular, like has gotten good enough that the algorithm thinks you're showing actual gore.
That sucks.
Yeah, but the game is fun. It is very much Marvel 3 mixed with Killer Instinct at its core, which makes sense because Quarters Up, I forget what it is the developer on this, and a lot of them are from the former
Double
Killer
Helix?
Instinct team, Double Helix, back in the day before even Iron Galaxy took over. So a lot of them, they just were like, hey, let's get the band back together. Let's make a tag team game because that's what we want to make. There's a lot of those right now, so we'll see how that pans out. Yeah. But this one was fun once I started learning all the mechanics and learning how everything works together, because it does feel like they are just taking elements, all these little things, from different games, from the Marvel vs. Capcom series, from their own work on Killer Instinct as the combo meter, where you can do anything you want, like moves just link into other moves until that meter fills up, and then they'll pop out the combo if you fill that meter up, or you can like end the combo early with a super or the right heavy move or something. It's very fun, and they do a bunch of cool little things that I think will get people in the door with first of all, the gameplay, it does have like auto combos a little bit. They're not like great auto combos, which is how it should be, but you can kind of just mash buttons, cool things will happen. You get to see them each use their supers. The characters are all interacting with each other. A lot of voices from the show and everything are back in. They have one of the artists, I don't know where he's from, but he's worked on a series before. He's like consulting on all the art and everything like that. I believe the creator is consulting as well. And so it's just very authentic. A lot of fan service there for people who want it. And then they do cool things like stage transitions. If you're familiar, a lot of fighting games have this where like you knock them into the wall and they'll go to like a different part of the stage. Guilty Gear has it where you go to like a really different part of the stage. This has it where it makes sense because it's invincible. When you punch them through the stage transition, they go to a different stage. Cool. Stage select on the stage select screen, a different stage.
Wow, okay, cool.
Which makes sense because they're like it's invincible. They're like fighting around the world and everything like that because they're superheroes. So Yeah, it's.
Can you punch someone into space? Like, is that like
that's one of the
always a good move.
stages. Yeah, so like
yeah.
I think it's like randomly picked, but you'll
Sure,
just go to like the space stage or whatever. Yeah.
I think I'd die.
Yeah.
I think if any of us, you'd have the best chance of surviving being punched into space.
Well, that means a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, you got it.
Sean, while we're talking about versus games, we might as well get this out of the way as well. I'm excited to hear about Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls, because this is 4v4?
4v4 tag fighting game that weirdly doesn't much feel like a 4v4 tag fighting game. This was a very strange one to play like after my Invincible appointment, because Invincible is very much what you would think like a 3v3 tag fighting game is. Like I said, it's very Marvel versus Capcom inspired. This one, despite being a Marvel fighting game, is not very Marvel versus Capcom inspired, because there's an emphasis on the two characters on the screen fighting each other, and then you tag in assists. You don't you can switch to other characters, but so far it doesn't feel like that's the focus of the game necessarily. It's almost more like I can see Chad already says it, maybe like Mortal Kombat 1, where that has an assist character that you bring in.
Right.
Oh.
But that's not a tag game. You're not switching to
cameo.
those.
It's
Fighter
one health
thing.
bar for your
Yeah.
entire team. So yeah, it's not
And
like
that's the other thing.
Iron Man gets killed and now Captain America comes in.
Yes, exactly. It's one bar for one health gauge for your entire team. So even if you are switching between them, you're kind of just getting access to different move sets and everything. You're not specifically switching to more characters. And the game even starts, I didn't know this was the case until I played it. You only start with two characters. Like, it's just you and your first support character, which, by the way, the order in which you select your team determines what assist they will use when you call them.
Oh.
Weird, interesting thing that they're doing there. But yeah, when a big moment happens, which as far as we know is grabbing or doing that stage transition, like I mentioned that, they have stage transitions in here too. You knock them through the wall. Then you get an additional character. You'll get an additional pip of meter, a little bit of extra health, but you're not gaining an entirely new character, like an entirely new health bar or anything. You just basically unlock another assist and the ability to do a little bit more. So it feels more like a traditional 1v1 fighting game, even in movement, which concerns me a little bit. It feels a little slow. It's a little Guilty Gear Strive, and you're not dashing all over the goddamn place, which is what you expect out of Marvel fighting games. So yeah, it felt very different.
Does that feel like a deliberate choice? Like they don't want to be one-to-one compared to the previous Marvel games, so they're going for the slower style on purpose?
Yeah, they said in that trailer that they want to do their version of a fighting game, their version of a tag team fighter. And that's what it feels like here, that they are intentionally going out of their way to try new things, to bring something new to tag team fighting games. And we'll see how it plays out, because I think, if nothing else, people are going to get in the door because this game looks incredible.
Yeah.
Arc System Works, that's all I do nowadays, is to make gorgeous fighting
visual
games.
showcases. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I guess when they announced this, I assumed, this is going to be kind of like their follow-up to Dragon Ball Fighters, because that was very Marvel versus Capcom coded.
Right. But yeah, it seems a little more in the vein of their other games like Guilty Gear. And then, Guilty Gear even had like an experimental 3v3 mode recently. It seems like maybe they were trying some stuff out there to see if they wanted to implement them in Tokon. But it was still fun. Maybe it sounds like I'm being a little apprehensive, I don't know about this one. This seems like a little off. It's very fun. It's just so different than what I think all of us were expecting. It's going to take time to accept that the next Marvel tag team fighting game does not play like Marvel versus Capcom, which is what we know for 25, 30 years at this point.
It's funny, as you were describing picking up new characters for your little roster, it started sounding like Mario Party for a second, and then I got scared.
Mario Party of all things, huh?
Yeah, you get the opportunity to pick up another player.
One of those games did do that. That's right.
Yeah.
The Super Mario Party, the first one on Switch, yeah.
Yeah, that was not a great one.
Sean, how do you select a specific character when you get to one of those instances?
No, so it's in order. So on the character select
screen, around.
Yeah, you select your point
They're
character.
waiting in the wing, right? They're like waiting off to the side.
And it is in the order you pick them on character select. So you pick your point character, like let's say you pick Captain America. He's your point character. He's who you start with. And then you pick Iron Man as, I forget what the order is, but it's like projectile assist, and then it's launcher assist, and then other assist. And the other characters you pick, like Iron Man and Miss Marvel and whoever.
Last one's living assist. You get to go to a home.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Nice.
That's what I'm here for, everyone.
That's why we took so long to.
Yeah, we knew that was going to happen.
He was charging.
Before we move on from it, I think that sounds cool, actually, being like selecting in order, being the assist that they're going to do, because that makes it very simple for me to think about. Like, I completely understand, like, okay, I could build a team in this way, and whoever I put in the slot, when I hit that button to bring them out, they're going to do that thing. And so I can use all these characters that are disparate in play style or whatever in effectively the same way, no matter how I select them. That's helpful to me. So
yeah,
I bet that's what they're thinking.
I believe so. What happens is, like I said, you can tag between characters during the match. It's like not emphasized, but you can. So you might think, well, wait, what happens if I like switch this character down to that slot? Do they do that assist? I believe, yes, the assists are always bound to the button. So, like, even if the person who starts as your projectile assist gets like shuffled around because you are switching characters, I believe that anytime you press that button, whoever is in that slot will do a projectile assist. So the assists are a little more generic than Marvel vs. Capcom as well.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't have an appointment, so if it sounds like I'm a little scatterbrained, it's because I am. I only got to like go through the line each time, which wasn't very long. It was like a 20-minute wait. It was
good.
Yeah, it was doable. So I didn't get to play with the developers or anything, understand it quite as much. Hilariously, though, I did get to play next to a developer. Harada was playing next to me while I was at the station one time.
You just whisper Waffle House to him the whole time?
As much as I would like to. No, it's a very fun game. I'm interested to see how people react to it. It's got a little bit of controller soup. I'm curious how casuals react to that, because it is like I guess technically 7-button fighting game, which it's a little
assists. I mean, right? Yeah,
it's a little deceptive at first that they've simplified things, but it's also got some depth to it. I'm curious to see how it pans out for them.
Nice. Glad to hear that you got to check out some neat stuff at Evo, Shawn. Something that we've been meaning to check out, or actually check in, is our punishment check-in. And if folks remember, Dan Reichert handily destroyed all of us in our Tony Hawk cruise challenge, where to get to the cruise level.
Get a high score. Play it the real way.
Oh, yeah. I thought Mike was supposed to be the best gamer at Giant Bomb. Weird.
No, you see what I did with a shotgun in Battlefield 6? It was bad. Grub tried to embarrass me by posting that clip, but that was awful.
You motherfucker.
Yeah, I was like, I should add that to the list. I forgot about Battlefield for a bit. Yes, go on.
But our punishments, and Jeff Grubb, I forget what yours is. Mike Minotti, yours was Outer Wilds.
I beat mine. Mine was the longest, and I finished it first.
You're a good boy, Mikey.
We're very proud of you.
Yeah.
You get
head pats.
Points? Do you want to?
He clearly wants head pats. Yes.
I'm glad he did. Punishments are serious, and he took it seriously, and he went through the long, good game, and he thought, what about it?
Oh, it's amazing. It's great. But it's an all-timer, of course.
Oh, love hearing it's an all-timer.
Yeah, I'm so lucky that somehow I had very little that game spoiled to me. I didn't even know it was a loop.
You definitely had it spoiled, because I'm sure I told you about it, but it's the kind of game. No, it just doesn't register unless
you don't
have the
know what's
context.
going on.
You don't know what's going on. Like, what does any of this mean? It's so hard to explain to other people, even if they're interested in it.
Totally.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. I'm on such a 2019 apology tour with that. It's something else that I'll be playing. I can't believe I didn't check this out at the time. I don't know what's wrong with me. So thank you, Dan, for forcing me to finally get through that one.
It's a good one to force people on, because, Mahardy did that to me. I remember we got beers after GB East once, and he was like, Dan, I know this probably wouldn't be a thing that you would play normally, but you really need to try it. And he gave me a couple little teases of it's a planet where it's based on, you go this time of day, the sand is like this. And it's like the loop factor and everything. So he gave me the hard sell, and it became one of my favorite games ever. So
each planet has something weird and different going on there that's even weirder and more different than it appears at
way
first.
more depth to it than you could ever expect looking at it.
Yes.
Yeah. God, I needed to go to the DLC and finally check that out.
Everyone in chat wants me to play the DLC.
I fell right off.
Yeah.
Really?
It was too. I spent hours, and I was like, I don't understand what the like. And that's the point. Like, I enjoyed that part of the original game of like, I'm going to figure this out by just walking around. I'm not going to look anything up. I tried the exact same approach to the DLC, and I was like, I'm getting zero anywhere with this. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because like I had a couple times in the game where I was feeling like that. And I was getting frustrated. I was like, I don't know what they want me to do. I'm not figuring it out. It's never gonna happen. I don't want to look it up because I'm stubborn. But now I'm starting to feel bad. And then eventually it did just click. And when it did, it was such this relief and this satisfaction. It felt amazing.
Maybe I'll try it at some point again because everyone says it's great. Jan, your punishment was one that I loaded up actually recently. Yoshi's Island. I was messing around with the CRT and also testing the CRT filter on the SNES on Switch 2, which I heard is pretty good, and it is pretty good.
It's really good. Yeah, I like it.
Yes, so I've been playing a little bit of Yoshi's Island, but I've talked plenty about it. So Jan, what are your thoughts?
If there's ever been anything to make me not want to have a child, it is Yoshi's Island.
It's pretty accurate to the experience. So
Yeah.
Everyone complains. Are you talking about the crying?
I just fucking
baby?
hate Baby Mario. I would have dropped Dan. I would have dropped him off at like a fire station
So
if I
if
could.
Well, here's the thing. He's not a problem if you're playing right. Like I
He says
almost
it's a
never.
skill issue, Jan.
I almost never hear that fucking baby cry. So it's like, and I hate babies, but like in that game, I don't have a problem with it.
Yes, it's one of the things we
always
say
saying.
about you.
Yeah, the Children of Men feel good movie of the year.
That's one of the best comedies I've ever seen.
Oh God, it's just a delight. Yeah.
Well, after I finally got my sea legs on me and kind of acclimated myself to the flow of the game, I'm kind of like kicking myself for not checking this out
It's
sooner.
also an all-timer, yes.
Very first thing that sticks out, I fucking love the color palette. and the look of this game.
It's very
incredible.
pretty game.
The whole
Like
art
chip,
style.
two-chip, yeah, look what you could do.
Like, I remember when we went to the Nintendo park at Universal, and there was that small section that was Yoshi's Island themed, and Dan, you were like going goo goo gaga over it. I didn't quite have the same reverence, but now seeing and playing through Yoshi's
all
Island,
that shit is from Yoshi's Island.
I'm like, oh shit, this looks great. I want to live in this world more. And with like the rumors that Grub you talked about on Game S Mornings of the new Super Mario Brothers collection, I don't want that.
I'm sorry. What?
They might do a new capital N Super Mario, the ones that aren't
Everyone
on
does
Switch.
this.
Yeah, I had the same reaction, Dan.
I mean, they're good games, objectively. Yeah,
The
they're
Wii,
good.
the Wii one's very good. Yeah,
Are they though?
They're good games.
The Wii one, I'll give you.
yeah.
They're games.
The DS one's pretty good.
It's okay.
It's
But I just want this world. I just want this
Yes.
color palette. And funny enough, I never checked out Yoshi's Island, but I did check out Woolly World or Yoshi's Woolly World.
Yeah.
Great look for that game.
Yeah,
Great
cheap
look.
imitations.
But like even this, just thinking about when this game came out and like all the small little details. I love the little like dopey flowers and everything.
The boss fight. Have you gotten to the boss fights with the camera
Yes,
coming in?
yes.
All the warping
Yeah.
and stuff. It's great.
It's so good. And it's just like, okay, I can put up with this child when I get hit. And then Yoshi's just kind of like a G, just shooting things and like,
Yeah.
It's a
quarterback
relay.
of the year.
You go from one Yoshi and just like tosses the baby to the next one.
I
and
love
just
the
move along.
relay
Yeah, it's great.
mechanic. I love that I'm like a different
Yeah.
Yoshi in different levels. I don't know why. I'm like, this is a team effort.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
As I played, for the first time ever, I'm playing it to try to get all of the red coins and flowers and stars every time.
As soon as I beat that the first time, I'm like, I am going back. That was like that's maybe the first game I really remember 100%ing.
See, I never did that, and I know aren't there like 2 levels in each world that are just like exclusive to like if you get all of the
the two bonuses at the end. Yeah, totally.
I realized there's like a bunch of levels of Yoshi's Island, one of my favorite games that like I just haven't played. So like I'm actually going through it now and
so it's
trying
a
to
great
finish it with it.
100%er for sure. Yeah.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, it's just like it just has so much like little character details that I feel like not necessarily missing from the mainline Mario games, but like little touches. I love like when you get to like the stage complete section and it's like that chalkboard, that like framey animation of switching between like the fonts kind of jittering around. Like I love that.
very cute.
Everything's so good. It makes me think that it's kind of Nintendo has been sitting on so many things for like forever, right? They could easily pull the Yoshi trigger and capitalize the shit off of that dinosaur. like in the next Mario movie or whatever.
Well, he's gonna be in the movie. That was the post-credit stinger in the last one. Spoilers. When we had in the end of Mario Odyssey, right? As you beat the game, you can Cappy a Yoshi, and it's like, oh, this is just a 3D Yoshi moveset now. This is amazing. I want one of these. I really hope we get a 3D Yoshi game, kind of like how we finally got a 3D Kirby game. We got another 3D Donkey Kong game. I think they're really beholden to the idea of Yoshi is their entry level series, and it's like kind of.
Which is what Kirby was supposed to be. It was literally made to be the entry-level series.
And you look at everything they've done with Yoshi since Yoshi's Island, starting with Yoshi's story, and they've all just been like, man, like
I think
Yoshi's
they got
Island
numbers
is,
back that, like, babies love Yoshi. Kids love Yoshi, and
They
they're
do.
like, all right.
But
And
I
they
love
do.
Yoshi too, damn it!
what about all of us adult men? We need Yoshi.
Do something for me for once.
It's
Won't
very
they
much,
think of the 40-year-old men?
It's filling the role for them, right? They need some game in that role, and they've decided that Kirby and Yoshi are what's going to be. And Kirby's kind of graduating out of that, but they're leaving Yoshi.
At least we got Yoshi's Island. Like,
I think they could be multifaceted because, like, with Kirby, we did get Star Allies. It was the baby one, and it was really bad, but maybe the babies liked it. But then we also got Forgotten Land on Switch. And, it wasn't some super difficult game, but it was
Kids played it.
satisfying for everybody. Yeah, it was more like a Mario. Everyone could enjoy that. So, if you want to make some 2D Yoshi game for babies again, that's fine. But, give me a big 3D Yoshi game. It'd be amazing.
Like, it seems like a missed opportunity. I know the Nintendo Land in Universal Studios LA or Hollywood is pretty small, but you could have like a carousel and it's all just Yoshis.
Well, so the one in the one in Orlando has a Yoshi ride.
Yeah, the one in Japan and Orlando have that's so that the line for Mario Kart. That line is the line for, I think, Yoshi in the other parks.
Oh, okay.
But so they wanted to bring some of that here. That's why we got it.
Yeah, in Japan it would now be the Donkey Kong ride, right? Because they have
They have that one over there too. So
okay.
in Orlando and Japan, they have the whole Nintendo World experience with the Mario Kart ride, the Yoshi ride, and the Donkey Kong stuff. The Yoshi ride's cool. It's very short, and it's definitely the kids' ride for sure. It's very slow, but it's neat, and it's very Yoshi's Island themed. So you can see some of that stuff in there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this punishment. I do kind of want to just beat it and just finish it.
Well, that's part of the punishment.
It's no spoilers, it has one of the best final bosses in Nintendo history.
Yes, it is one I think about all the time.
That'll be worth it, Jan, to see that final boss. Because it's like, especially if you put your mindset, or put your head in the mindset of, this happened on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
It has like a
This on this
PlayStation.
hardware.
Yeah, I don't need to buy a PlayStation. This can do it just fine.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that a lot. Of like, wow, this is on the Super Nintendo. Holy
Donkey Kong has advanced computer modeling, ACM. You want to talk to me about ACM? I'll talk to you about ACM.
We're fine. I never have to get anything but a Super Nintendo. I'm set forever.
Super Nintendo had some great late games like this and Mario RPG.
That's a good one. Which system had the best last year of its life?
Yeah,
That's
because
fun,
SNES
Super
was
Nintendo's probably it.
fantastic there. Yeah. Sure.
I gotta ask, since we talked about the post-credit stinger in the Mario Brothers movie, do you think they either A, redesign Yoshi, or B, give Yoshi like a voice, or is Yoshi kind of be
Don't
like
have him
droids
talk.
in Star Wars?
He can't talk.
He's going
no.
to
He'll be like the
Tongue in
Minions. He'll be like the Minions, just like gibberish.
probably
Yeah,
I
but
like he
everyone,
makes
understands
noises
him.
like when he does the butt stomp in Yoshi's Island. It's a pling, like that little thing. Like he can make those noises and stuff. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't talk.
It could be like R2D2, just squeaks and squawks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't need to be. I don't know who's popular. Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis Kelce as Yoshi.
Travis Kelce as Yoshi.
The other Kelce will be Baby Yoshi. I love how stupid Baby Yoshi looks. By the way, you don't get that in Island. That's Mario World. But I love that stupid tiny blubber Baby Yoshi.
You know what? I love Aquafina, but it's gonna be Yoshi's gonna be voiced by Aquafina.
Look, I only know Aquafina from being in too many animated movies, so I don't love her. I'm very tired of her voice. I'm sorry.
And Grub, you have 007?
Everything or Nothing. Yeah, 007 Everything or Nothing, which I played through probably about a third of on stream, and then that was on the computer, and I have since restarted it on Steam Deck so I could play it more conveniently, and I got up to the same point. And I am enjoying that game quite a bit. It is, you always have to reacclimate yourself to third-person shooters before, Resident Evil 2 or 4 and a bunch of other stuff kind of like really solidified what that genre was going to be. But once you do, it's like, oh no, a lot of that stuff was already here. And they have it's just a really good series of set pieces where James Bond's doing very James Bond stuff, and even like the product placement, like the Porsche Cayenne, like when it was first coming out, that's his car in this game. Them like kind of putting that front and center. It's hokey in the way you want James Bond to be hokey, and I've been enjoying that. And there's the occasional like, what is this game trying to get me to do? Okay, all right, I guess I'll try to see if that works, and then it does. It's like, okay, they were still trying to figure out how to exactly convey to the player, like, okay, we're gonna get you to this point, and then we're gonna take over control so we can do our fun, big, splashy sequence. But that's only happened a couple times where I kind of felt lost about what it wanted from me. The rest of the time, I'm like kind of blasting my way through levels. The gunplay is actually pretty fun. The game looks fantastic. I did play it some on the shoot hardware. Obviously, it looks good on Dolphin because of the up-res. But like the underlying character model for Pierce Brosnan, that's his name, right? Looks so good. Like his face model looks so realistic that it's still really impressive.
Awesome.
And then the rest of the time, it's just like it really has a nice, realistic setting to it where I really feel like, oh, yeah, they kind of got the cinematic quality that they were going for, even on the GameCube. That is the generation where graphics, so like 3D graphics really got figured out.
But also, it does a couple things that I remember, like that came out in 2004, and like, it does a couple things that I remember experiencing kind of for the first time with that game that I think other games kind of get credit for, like the cover-based shooting. There's, you can, like Metal Gear 2, you could do the thing where you go against the wall and just kind of pop out and shoot, but like this, you could like target stuff a lot better. It had kind of that Hitman vision thing, if I remember right, where you can kind of see through walls, like Bond vision. Yeah, it's like that type of stuff that like, I remember for the first time, like that really good third person, cover-based stuff and the Bond vision.
I've been surprised by how many of those things are there. Yes. Like they really did figure out a lot. I mean, it made a lot of these Bond games. Was this the third one or the second one?
This was the
in
third
that era,
one.
it was the third one. Yeah.
Third one.
Yeah. You had Agent Under Fire, Nightfire,
Nightfire.
and then Russia with Love.
So this does feel like the third one, where back then that would have been the first two were really successful. They keep making more money, so we could put even more money into this one. And they probably got diminishing returns starting around here and then going into the fourth one. But that meant that they could put a lot of effort in there, and it shows. Like it really does show up in the game, where they believe that they had also like figured out a lot of the problems that might have happened in the first game. So just really enjoying it.
Yeah, and last thing, really cool idea that it's like it's not based on a movie. They just made a whole. They got Willem Dafoe and Heidi Klum and Shannon Elizabeth and like a whole new story.
Maya,
the Maya does the song. You got Jaws coming back and stuff. It's just like it was a very ambitious, cool thing at the time.
I'm playing it and I'm like, I'm pretty sure this wasn't a movie, but it just feels like this cast. That's Willem Dafoe. Like, how is he in here? It just is kind of amazing.
Speaking of the other games, I was curious why you recommend this one specifically, Dan, because the other ones are like pretty solid games too, and pretty well regarded for people who played them. Like Age Under Fire, I remember being like solid, but kind of all right. But Nightfire, I think, is the one that like everyone really likes, including myself.
I like Nightfire. Yeah.
I remember I tried. I was so hot on GoldenEye, obviously, but then like when they switched developers and stuff, like World's Not Enough and Tomorrow Never Dies, I didn't love. So I kind of fell off Bond until when I was in college. I was in college in 2002 to 2007, and so this was right in the heart of that, where EA would come to my campus into our dorms, and they would set up little kiosks, and they would just like in the like lobby of the dorm, and it'd be like, oh, here's my first time playing Burnout was at one of these things. So it's like it was actually very effective. It was like several games, like this was one of them, and I was like, oh shit, this game's actually great. I'm going to GameStop right now and buying this thing.
Yeah, man, EA was like pretty good at movie license games back in that time. Lord of the Rings games were actually really good from them.
Yeah, that GameCube game was really good. Yeah,
Return of
the
King
Third
especially.
Age.
Yeah, the third. Yeah, they did the same thing there, where they like made another one. After that first batch of 3. It's
just so wild. That was like a 5, maybe 6 year console generation. There was 4 James Bond games, and they're all pretty good.
Yeah.
Not like that anymore.
No. Semi-related question, I guess. I've always been curious about this. How was Pierce Brosnan received as Bond? Because when I was growing up, he was just Bond.
Yeah.
I remember when it was like, oh my God, Bond's back, because GoldenEye was like 96, I want to say, and at that point it had been like a while, because like they did a couple Dalton ones, and then as a kid, I always thought Bond was like an old movie
Yeah,
franchise.
old movie
like I didn't
franchise.
know it
Yep.
was a current thing that they were still. So like to me, it's like it almost felt like a legacy sequel before that was a term.
Yeah, I think especially because we're all older and we grew up with that. You look back on favorably, even though I think most people were like, "Yeah, the first movie was great," and there's other ones.
GoldenEye's great. Some people stand by Tomorrow Never Dies. World's Not Enough has the Christmas Only Comes Once a Year line, which is great. And then Die Another Day is unbelievably fucking stupid, but kind of fun.
Yeah, it's so dumb. It is kind of fun. It was so obviously all right. We've gone too far this direction. You can see why we got a Casino Royale after that,
yeah,
right?
Totally.
Just
It was necessary at that point.
yeah, but it was kind of fun to see how stupid it got.
Yes.
Folks, we've been going for a little bit. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll continue talking about video games. Maybe we'll take another break and then talk about the news. We'll see you on the other side of this. And we're back. We're still talking about video games. Here's a little bit of that music. That was a little bit of that music.
Yay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was thinking about this as you were talking about your punishment, Grub, and Mike, you were talking about getting a 3D Yoshi, but like all these indie games that I've been enjoying, like Big Hops, Grub, and all this other stuff, this could just be a Yoshi game.
Yeah, you're
Yoshi got
you're not
that-
wrong. God, Big Hops really could be.
Yoshi got that tongue. Yoshi got an arm on him. You
You
know?
got what that tongue do for sure. Yeah,
You don't
I
have
mean,
to say it like
course.
that.
well, but you can. That's what's fun about podcasting.
Like I don't, if I had a tongue that was like one of those sticky hands that you like throw,
Yeah, those are great.
I don't know what I would do with it, but I would do stuff with it.
It's a party trick thing. Yeah.
While we're checking in about games, Grub, you have another check-in from Donkey Kong Bonanza.
Yeah. I've decided I don't like the term post-game content because you could put the credits wherever you want, right? They just fucking like, we're going to put it in the middle of our game and don't tell anybody, but it keeps going after that. It's still really good, and it's still that video game, and it actually like kind of gets interesting in some different, like, I don't know, the challenges are more in line with more challenging in letting you use your powers in ways that are like cool and and fresh. So I've been enjoying experiencing that, and it's like it did remind me. It's like they maybe Nintendo does that a little bit now. Every once in a while, there's been some other games where they kind of just have the credits here, and then you can kind of keep playing the game. It's in-game stuff, I guess, but I've been continuing to play that and kind of figuring out what it wants me to do after the credits was fun, and now it's like okay, these challenges are very good. And then that gives me an excuse to keep exploring, and then I am still 100% in some levels. I am at a point now where it's like, this is a lot. There's so much in this game. It's dense. I'm like, this might be something I slowly do over the next year or something like that, and not try to force it all right now because that would take up all my time. But yeah, it's like pretty interesting to see them be like, yeah, no, you've beat the game, sure. And then if you want to keep playing, there's more there. And it's like, no, everyone should probably keep playing the game at least a little bit because they really did save some of their best stuff for after those credits.
How many banana do you have?
I'm at like I'm almost at 600, I think.
Okay, I'm in like the high fives, I think.
Okay.
So we're probably around the same spot. And Grub, we haven't even talked about this, but I have the exact same thought of like, I spent a lot of time playing this game. It's been my main game for a few weeks. And now it's like, I don't think it's going to be one that's hard to pick up again.
No.
I think it's going to be one that like if I'm on a flight a month from now, it'll be like, oh yeah, Donkey Kong, let's get a few bananas. So like that is exactly how I'm viewing it. I'm moving on to other things right now, but it's going to be nice to have that in the back pocket because that team's like post-game quote-unquote stuff Odyssey and all that stuff. Like I always love that shit. So I did see chat here say that Pikmin 4 gets amazing after the credits, and I do remember that because I 100%ed Pikmin 4. I forgot what it specifically did. If it like let you do it again with like a time limit on the days, or
was that when the
Olimar thing,
the Olimar stuff happened? Was that post-credit?
I feel like you could do that even before
I
credits.
thought you could do that. I can't remember. I do remember 100% in that game. I think we all did. The ones of us that played it, and I think we all really liked that because it was like
because I
And
remember telling
100% it was
Kayla
great.
because I remember Kayla got to like credits and I was like, all right, now the real stuff is starting. But I forgot how it does that. Man, Pikmin 4 kicked ass.
It's so freaking good. You see my Pikmin? I got a Pikmin pen at the Nintendo store in San Francisco.
You were complaining
there.
about that pen yesterday, though.
It's not a great writing utensil, but it's very pretty.
It is
so
very
the
cute,
main
though.
thing it is for, not that great.
Writing.
Shut up, Jan.
Its main thing is looking cute.
I'm sorry, Mike.
I forgive you.
You guys got me thinking about my banana account, and I was like, where the hell do I even find that? And then, okay, I just found the menu. To give you an idea of how I'm playing the game, I'm at 546, and I'm on sub-level 1400.
Man,
gotta stop.
Whoa,
That's wild.
You're going
Wow.
It's how I
okay.
play these games, man. I just see a thing, I gotta go do the thing, and
There's a lot of
you know,
things.
the
So
complaint
many
that
things though.
the complaint that I had when we first talked about this of they separate out the destruction and the platforming too much for my taste. It gets better about that as
Yeah,
the game
right.
goes on.
I think they
Yeah,
trust you more as you play the game longer, and that continues after the credits again.
Right, yeah. So that's kind of like you guys were getting at the Nintendo thing that they do nowadays. They know freaks like us will just play like all that this game has to offer, so they do lock a lot of that harder stuff behind the like.
And I think people also
post-credits
feel
or
better
whatever.
if they feel like, oh, I beat a game, so like I
Yeah.
feel better about this thing. I think it's a mental
Yeah.
trick that they're playing on us. for
Exactly.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, that's always kind of been the case, though. Like think of like Mario 64 or even Super Mario World. Like, you can beat that game in doing like less than half the levels. But
Yeah,
then if you're a
true.
sicko, you can go back and do all of them. Like, literally, Mario World
Yeah.
had that.
Yep. Good
Yeah.
point.
Which I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's great.
While we're checking in about Nintendo games, Dan, this is a surprising thing to see on the list, but you put on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm at the spot where it's like, I'm doing what I'm doing with Bonanza, but I do want to move on to something else right now as my main thing. And it's like, what is coming out soon? It's like, I know Borderlands 4 is coming out. I beat Snake Eater, but I can't talk about that for a little bit. So I decided, like, I've been wanting to check out either Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom since the Switch 2 came out. And I was going back and forth forever, and I landed on Breath of the Wild. And now that I'm playing it and enjoying it more than I expected in the last few days, I think I am confident now in my thought that I do prefer this over Tears of the Kingdom. And I do think Tears of the Kingdom is like one of the best games of all time. I think it has better abilities overall, like the runes and stuff like that. But as I play Breath of the Wild, I'm really appreciating kind of how focused it is. Because like Tears of the Kingdom lets you do a lot of stuff, but it also is stuff that kind of slows things down. Like, it's a lot of fiddling with stuff, creating the things, going through menus, attaching items to arrows, and like there's so much you can do. It's incredibly impressive. But Breath of the Wild, as I'm playing it, it is just kind of like beautifully, like, simple's not
It's
the
balanced.
word,
It's
but
balanced, right? Yeah.
It's just focused. It's just like, okay, I'm just like, I'm getting to the top of a new tower. I'm like, oh, I see those shrines over there. Like, it's like there's less stuff you can do, but it does feel like more of a kind of straightforward adventure. And I thought that, like, because I played the shit out of it 100% of it originally, I thought that it would just be like kind of retreading that and I wouldn't have that sense of discovery. But it's such a big world and there's so much shit in it that I am finding that, like, oh, even my path here is different than it was the first time. Like as I'm just stumbling upon different parts of the world and deciding what order to do things in, it is feeling fresher than I expected it to be. But I guess it's been 8 years or so. Yeah.
Does the Zelda Notes app do anything in Breath of the Wild?
Yes, it does. So it doesn't do anything like, obviously, like with Tears, you can do the QR code, like bring in the constructions and stuff, but you can do all the like GPS stuff. And I haven't really messed with it. I've looked at the navigation map, and it is cool that you can kind of filter, like, oh, if I just need to beat a Hinox for something, I can just kind of tap that. Or if I'm looking for Korok seeds in the area, I can just pop all that up on
Yeah,
the
that's
map.
cool.
But,
Yeah.
I haven't done the like turn by turn direction type stuff or anything yet. I'm kind of just doing it in game like normal. But I've kind of fiddled with it. And it does seem like a cool little game.
Is there the Zelda commentary stuff where she like talks about stuff in the world? Or is that just Tears of the Kingdom? I bet it's just
No, I think it's got the like Zelda memories thing or something. I don't really care about that. I remember seeing it in Tears of the Kingdom and being like, all right, that's
It was
interesting.
just so
I guess,
weird.
but-
Like, have this director's commentary from a fictional character talking about their kayfabe. It was just weird.
Yeah. So it's like I'm not really using the notes app, but it is there. There's like a weird, like, I don't understand the point of this. It seems like there's like an item box type thing where you can like put things in an item box and retrieve it later or something, but I don't know why I would need to do that. Like, most of the items you can just kind of have infinite, maybe weapons and stuff where you're more limited initially. But no, it's all to say that like I am liking it a lot more than I expected. I thought I might just mess around with it for a little bit to see how runs on Switch 2, which, by the way, it is. Oh my God, it runs so much better. I'm playing on the 100-inch, and so like
mesmerizing.
the fucking resolution boost and the fucking frame rate, and like that
Yeah.
game is beautiful on a big ass screen. I am loving it. So like, I'm more into it than I thought the second time
Man,
around.
okay.
Yeah,
God, I was
you're-
like, Go ahead,
You're
Sean.
definitely among friends here, Dan, because me and Grub have always felt this way, where Breath of the Wild is kind of more of a focused puzzle game in a lot of ways, whereas Tears of the Kingdom is that more like free, open, Minecraft-y kind of thing.
A little bit
More of a,
sandboxy.
like a toy you
Yeah.
can fiddle with, you know?
Exactly.
Like,
I think both are very, very good, and it's just a preference thing. I don't think one invalidates the other.
Yeah, no
I
way.
like going back to Breath of the Wild, which I have done a couple times, just because I do like solving the shrines with constraints. I think they were very smart about that. I always think about, I think I brought it up before, but listening to Nintendo voice chat back in the day and hearing Jose talk about how he thought, wait, there's an electricity puzzle and you're supposed to move metal blocks, but I have a ton of claymores in my inventory.
Yep.
What if I just line these suckers
Yep,
up
yep.
and it works? I think that type of revelation is still so much fun in Breath of the Wild. Whereas Tears, you can really like cheese the system in a lot of ways, which is certainly fun. I just prefer the constraints that they were working with in Breath of the Wild.
Yep, totally agreed. So yeah, not no shade on Tears of the Kingdom, one of the best games of all time, but like I think I definitively now think I prefer Breath of the Wild.
Yep, that's where I've been. And Tears of the Kingdom has a better like story and
Oh, and the ending is incredible.
ending,
and like,
yes.
yeah.
Really
The
nailed it.
dungeons are better than the Divine Beast, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
and
it
I
nails its
remember-
ending in the way that Breath of the Wild doesn't. So like that, but I still prefer Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, and I think when it came out, I think I did say like, oh, if you're playing for the first time, this does everything Breath of the Wild did and more and better. It's like, but more isn't necessarily better now. So I am kind of like backtracking a bit
And
on
it's
that.
better because we
know?
still have Breath of the Wild, right? Like this is what
Right,
Tears of the
right.
Kingdom should have been. It should not have tried to like recreate the exact magic of Breath of the Wild. It should do its own thing, and it did. It's just this can exist because I already have Breath of the Wild, and I don't need them to necessarily do that exactly again. So it's kind of this awesome best of both worlds situation.
Yeah, a survival game versus an open world sandbox in a traditional sense.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
both.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I might still be Team Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know. It's very close.
I'm with you,
though.
Mikey.
They're so
I
close.
think for me, it's the story that edges it over.
Sure.
It was better.
Yeah.
And Tears, I think Tears is like really good at like giving you fun stuff to do. And if you're like trying to find the fun stuff, Tears of the Kingdom's going to throw that in your face.
It's a great duology.
Yep.
And I'm seeing all these little moments that I remember where it's like, oh, I'm just trying to like sneak by like a bokoblin camp in a tree, and they see me, and I'm like, oh shit! But then one of them fucking throws an exploding barrel in the wrong way, and I just see like 4 flaming bokoblin corpses flying over a hill, and it's so funny. And it's just even when like big things like that happen now, it's like perfect frame rate and everything. It's just like, ooh, this is actually a really
It's
good
so wild
update.
that was supposed to be a Wii U game, right? Like
crazy,
there's a
yeah.
world where
It
that's
was.
all that
Yeah.
ever
It works.
was.
It runs like
Yeah.
it's 720p, doesn't maintain the frame rate, but it
Yeah.
works. You know.
It's wild.
Yep.
Moving on to some newer games, Dan and Grub, you two have been checking out Ninja Gaiden Ragebound.
Dan, I talked about this a little bit last week, so I'm curious to hear your opinion on it.
Yeah, I'm on like Act 4, so I'm not sure where you're at.
I'm around there. I'm thinking about the end of Act 4, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very, very good. I'm surprised by how much it is not playing on nostalgia, I guess, because like at times it reminds me more of like a Strider than it does Ninja
I
Gaiden.
feel
Like,
that.
It's got the music and everything. It's got a few of the
But
callback
the musical
weapons and things like
stings.
that.
It's not like the music isn't exactly the same.
It's more like in between like like
Yeah.
that type, like in between levels.
They'll
and
play
stuff,
that right,
but-
and it's like it's familiar, but it's not the exact. It doesn't sound exactly the same. So it's not even playing on nostalgia in all the ways it could be.
It's
Yeah.
funny in the quick look when the second that Jeff says, "Yeah, the music's not that great," this like sick guitar riff starts happening.
that sucked
You
actually.
stupid idiot.
It's interesting because like a lot of like throwbacks to like when you talk about like the Mega Man 9, Mega Man 10 type approach of like this is just like the ones you remember. This does not look anything like an NES game. It looks like if you made badass 2D sprite based games on like if the PlayStation and Saturn kept doing
Like a
that,
Saturn game, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks fucking gorgeous. Like it kind of fixes all the stuff about like Blasphemous. I enjoyed the art style a lot. I thought it was gorgeous, but like I'm not big on the like kind of parry from type stuff all the time, and I didn't necessarily want that in that game. Here it's like okay, fast paced, challenging NES style action game with that incredible like sprite graphics and stuff. So, and then you got the messenger stuff where you're kind of the guillotine boost, hopping off projectiles and stuff like that. It's very, very cool. So I am enjoying it quite a bit. I will probably finish it, I think. Grub, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish it. Yeah, I had the Act 4 boss last night, the last one of that. It was pretty tough, probably like 5 tries, and most are like in the 2 to 3 range. And so it's like, okay, yeah, this one I'm really gonna have to buck down here and like really figure out its patterns. And that still continues to be so fun every time I do it. that I'm like, oh, I kind of can't wait to see the next boss. So that's where I'm at with the game right now, where it's like it's got me in its grasp with just the way it's presenting itself. And then, the levels are long, and yet it's like usually that bothers me. I'm like, come on, get in there, get in, get out. Brevity's the soul of wit and all that stuff. And it's like, no, these levels have a good pacing to them, even despite being, I don't know, 20 minutes long sometimes. Which is a long time for a 2D run and slash platformer. But yeah, they do a good job of like having a lot of different things in there. There was a train level that I thought was just so good. They really made that feel.
Love a train level.
I'm playing. I'm like, I should tell Mike about this. I bet he'll be into it. And it's like, it's not just there for the setting or the look. It like plays into the style of play, but not in a way that's annoying the way some like moving levels can be. It's just, I don't know. They made everything fun and made everything the right level of challenge, so that I always feel like I'm accomplishing something, and then I look cool the entire time I'm doing it. So yeah, just still super into Ragebound.
Also, I think it's maybe the first game after many, many, many years of CRT filters where I've gone back and forth a bunch of times and then been like, no, I think the CRT filter makes this look better.
CRT filters are improving like constantly, and they're at a point
stuff
right
is
now.
good, yeah,
Yes.
and the Ninja Gaiden one is good too. So like,
And the
it's
people
like,
like
okay.
working at these studios now understand that. There's people that they probably hired that like get these things, and it's like, yes, we are
You
in a
can't
good
just
spot.
slap scan lines on and call it a day. You got to go a little bit further, and they're getting better at doing that.
It's hard to like show it off because it never looks right on stream, so people are never going to believe it until they see it themselves.
Yeah. You did bring up challenge. I'm curious. Did you have a chance to play hard mode at all yet?
No, I've not. I'm playing on the standard.
I've still only played the demo because I haven't gotten around to the full game. I picked it up, but I've been playing so much Donkey Kong. But when the demo came out, I replayed the demo on hard mode because it has a really cool hard mode where they genuinely like add unique enemies and enemy patterns and actually make you think about the level a bit differently and getting around the enemies in a different way, which I appreciate so much more than so many games just, adding extra health, deal extra damage and stuff. At least from the demo, it seemed like they were really putting thought into the hard mode, which I think for something like Ninja Gaiden goes a long way because people playing that kind of game want that challenge,
Yeah, and you could kind of see how it would make a lot of sense with the way that they do the hyper charge attack, where it's like a little bit of a puzzle in every encounter, and you got to make sure you're like, oh, the one back there's got the energy inside him. If I slash him, I'll be able to get the big sword attack, so I can take out the big enemy in one hit. And just kind of always being able to think about that. It's like if they could just add one more layer of complication on top of that, that would be a good hard mode.
Yeah,
so
and that's what they do. It's kind of like what Donkey Kong Country, having the Kremlings be the green guys by default, and that's what the red guys are more difficult ones. They kind of do something like that, where they just like make a more difficult version of the enemy. It's pretty neat.
Sick. Going from Ninja Gaiden Ragebound to, back to Mike's tour of older games. Control.
Yes, this is the 2019 Apology Tour continued.
We're rephrasing it Revenge Tour, Mike.
Oh, my revenge. I don't know. I think I need to
2019's
apologize.
getting revenge on Mikey.
Yeah, because, with the time we did Game of the Year 2019, I had not played Resident Evil 2 Remake. I hadn't played Sekiro. I hadn't played The Outer Wilds. And I hadn't actually played through Control.
Or
What did you play that year?
Well, all right. Everyone calm down.
Okay.
I had to do Game
Mike
of the Year
Minotti.
with this asshole.
Mike Minotti, what was your game of the year?
It was Fire Emblem Three Houses, which was okay.
That's a good game.
Dan.
What was your number two
But there's
game?
too much shit in between the missions.
What was your number 2 game?
A great question. You know what? Maybe it was Kingdom Hearts 3.
Let's go! Never mind, Mike. I'm on your side again. I'm on your
It's not
side.
even on the top 10 when you're done with this.
It might not
The
be.
game,
It might
the
not
game that
be.
made Tim Geddes hate Kingdom Hearts is this man's top two. Jesus Christ.
Hey, Control's really fun. I like that a lot. That
Yeah.
just like even I know it's kind of more about the setting and the kind of weirdness, but just the mechanics feel really good. It's really nice shooting. I love the way that gun looks, the way it's always kind of shifting around and looking weird. The Metroidvania aspects of it, of getting these new powers and abilities, is cool. But back in the day, I did bounce off it because I actually didn't love the kind of Twilight zoniness of all of it. I think I'm a bit more.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big like Twin Peaks or guy. I think I'm more receptive to that now. I think at the time I was kind of like, well, if anything can happen, I guess you can just do anything, and that's a little lazy and lame. And now I'm like, I guess that's also kind of fun. So I'm just trying to open up my heart to that stuff a bit more, and I am enjoying it.
Was that a criticism of the entirety of fiction?
Well, it's like I think I do like my fiction and even my like kind of more fantasy stuff to kind of have a code of rules, right? There should be a logic to it, right?
Fair enough.
It's some of that lore stuff, and in Control, it's like shit's weird.
Yeah, but there's rules that you'll learn to it. Like, so it gets there.
Yeah.
I think that's why FBC Firebreak was a little bit disappointing to me, because like this is set in the Control universe, but it was just it felt like it was being weird for the sake of being weird rather than like, oh, this ties into a bigger thing that we're trying to keep under control, and this is all funky.
And I think that's like, that was the stick up my ass the first time. I was like, I think this game's just being weird. And now I'm like, I don't know why I was like that. It's weird and interesting and fun ways.
Like every time I found out what a new object of power was, I was like, hell yeah, that rules.
Yeah. You know me though. I'm like, look at all these dead people. That's sad.
Yeah,
so many
good
just
point,
like
yeah.
office workers, like corpses like hanging up in this. I'm like, well, no one seems even very bothered by this. This is kind of sad. I don't know.
You have too much empathy, Mike Minotti.
I have too much empathy for video game characters who don't have real souls. But yeah, I'm having a very good time with the game. It's like pretty breezy to play through. It does have very good collectibles and things to read. I don't dive super deep in that stuff, but I like it. And the weird TV stuff, Remedy is so good at that. There's like those weird, scary puppets. Chat will remind me of their name, but I love whenever I see those guys.
Adler
And there's
Waldorf.
like, yeah, Sattler and Waldorf. There's the kind of like Mr. Science guy who I haven't actually met yet in all of his little videos.
Isn't that
Threshold Kids. Threshold Kids. That's the puppets, yeah. So yeah, the setting, gameplay, it's all very good stuff. I am enjoying it. And, Audie's a bro. We love Audie.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I never, speaking about DLC again, I never checked out the DLC for Control. Okay.
Yeah, that
Circle
was
back to that.
It's supposed to be good. I know Alan Wake shows up in one of them, right? So it was kind of like
AWE, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the teaser for Alan Wake 2, so that's interesting. I haven't done the Alan Wake 2 DLC either. I'm not much of a DLC guy. That's why one thing we're like playing this and Outer Wilds. It's like, people are always like yelling at me, you gotta play the DLC. I kind of like, look, I'll play it if I want to. You leave me alone.
Mike, I'm with you. I don't really do DLC.
I don't do it. I very rarely do it. It's
Even like Breath of the Wild, I never did it.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild DLC. I don't care.
You get the motorcycle.
You get a motorcycle. I never did it either.
Pretty sick.
You guys suck.
I'll say it. The motorcycle in Breath of the Wild, it's a few degrees away from Law So Random.
Fuddy duddy.
This gigantic mechanical elephant, that's cool. Motorcycle, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Lame.
Speaking about people with no souls, Mike Minotti, you have also been playing Heretic and Hexen.
Heretic and Hexen. This is the new Nightdive remaster joint that they announced at QuakeCon. I have loved what they are doing with all of these classic shooters. Not too long ago, I played through their Doom 1 and 2 remasters that they did, I believe, last year. I've gone on about how amazing I think Power Slave Exhumed is. Heretic was kind of like the first great Doom clone. It's basically just Doom, but with more of a medieval kind of fantasy setting, but like a dark fantasy. It's not that removed from what Doom is doing, honestly, but it definitely has a bit more of that dirty fantasy flavor. But, instead of a shotgun, you have like a crossbow, and it shoots like a bunch of green arrows out. And you even have an inventory of items that you can select from to restore health or buff all your weapons or make you invulnerable for a little bit. So Heretic is just a really fun, mild twist on Doom. And somebody who's really been enjoying playing those old school shooters, that's great. Hexen is interesting even today. It's just a little bit later, and it has so much of the bones of Heretic in it. But there's kind of a lot more going on. You could choose between 3 different characters that have access to different weapons. There's like the fighter. They're doing a lot of melee stuff. The mage, and they have a lot more magic and range things. And the cleric is sort of in between there. Even the level structure is different. It's not just episodes and levels. There's kind of hub worlds and things like that. The presentation's even kicked up a notch. There's a CG intro to Hexen, right? Yeah. And they also had some neat stuff in this collection, like all the quality of life stuff, sure. But like in Hexen, I don't think this is in the original game, you can switch between characters at certain kind of podiums in the levels, whereas before you kind of picked one, I think you were stuck with it. The map.
Oh, it's a DK64 like. Okay.
It's a DK64 like now.
I was just thinking that.
Mike's just getting ready. Okay.
Like the in-game map will like have like markers on it to kind of show you like here's where you should go, because sometimes it's a little obtuse before. Things like that. So yeah, I've been just checking out all the old content because there are also some new levels added in here from Nightdive and they always do that sort of stuff. I think that's fantastic as well. But yeah, just got another great one of these. I've been playing it on my Switch too. It's a fantastic way to play these games. Because yeah, these were pretty sure both of them were originally not vertical look up and down. You can do that in these. Right. Yes, you know, it's the Doom 1, Doom 2 style of thing. So you don't really need mouse and keyboard to be super efficient in this. So yeah, I like it.
It's fun and it feels good.
Switch.
I played some Heretic with mouse and keyboard, and I was like, this still just feels so good. Honestly, it feels better now. Nightdive does great work, and every time they do anything, I'm just going to be all over that for sure. I know this is Bethesda, Microsoft, but I think about it as like a Nightdive game, and you know, Microsoft BDS movement, they're complicit in that, of course. But boy, I can't help but be excited about anything Nightdive touches.
Yep, I hope they touch more things. I want to see them get on even more Raven games. This is Raven.
Yeah.
Raven did so many other good games with Jedi Outcast and Star Trek Elite Force is my dream one. I love Star Trek Elite Force, so I'd pop off.
Raven, top 5 Wisconsin-based developers.
100%, Dan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Barely, but yeah.
I'm familiar with like the societal blowback from Doom when that came out. Just hearing that while I was growing up. Did Heretic and Hexen, did that have any like blowback or pushback?
Not to that
I
level.
think it got maybe mixed. Doom was so much bigger though.
Doom already had it, and then Columbine and the like media misreporting like blew that stuff out of proportion, specifically for Doom. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Gang, you know, going to talk about this earlier when Shawn was talking about Vegas. But I've been playing another game is thankfully it's just a demo. But the last time I got really invested in a demo and put like maybe 20 plus hours, it turned into Balatro.
Is this coming out? Can I add to my Fantasy Critic?
Oh, you son of a bitch. I haven't been checking that. How can we check it? I think the league is done this year because we have 2 players that can't participate. So
listen, sometimes it
And
happens.
Metroid's not coming out, so.
But Dice a Million, there is a demo for this now, and I think I talked about this very briefly on Game S Mornings, but if there is any game that has pulled stuff from Balatro, it is this game, because it has the warbly background that Balatro has in like the title menu.
I like warbly.
But your general goal is to get to a certain amount in a certain number of dice rolls. So let's say you have to get to the number 40 given, and you're using 5 dice and you have 3 rolls to get there. And of course, in Balatro fashion, as you go through each round, you're picking up new different kinds of dice. So maybe it looks like a D20, it looks like a D6 or whatever type of dice. And then it gets really, really funky from there, because like, hey, this dice, if you roll it one way, it's just 2 dice stuck together, and then it adds up the value. So if it lands on like a 2-3, it's actually a 23 instead of like a 5 or whatever.
Oh, that sounds fun.
I like that.
And it quickly starts ramping up in like the zaniness. And you know how like in a bullet hell shooter or shmup, you get to that point near the end where it's just numbers and it's just sprites everywhere. Late game in Dice a Million, from the demo, of course, still limited. It got to a point where it was just numbers like jumping up at me at the end of my rolls. The thing that kind of replaces the Joker mechanic in Balatro is you have these different rings, and these rings will do similar stuff as like Jokers do in Balatro, where, okay, this is a multiplier, or even numbers get bonuses or whatever. Dice a Million, very, very lovely demo, because you can fucking lose yourself in it. Like, I have no release date just yet, but planned for 2025.
I am interested in everything you're saying, and as you were describing this, I realized, like, wait a minute, I've talked so much about how I don't like dice in video games, and I get angry as soon as I see a dice show up.
Yes.
But I just realized I don't like it in, like, a Baldur's Gate or something where it's like, these are dudes fighting with swords. Why would dice show up? But I like it in like a Mario Party board game thing or a casino theme thing. So I think I only like it when it's diegetic.
Diegetic, you bastard. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Die is the plural. Grub, it worked.
Oh, you okay? Oh, you know what?
No,
You're right.
dice is the plural.
Funny.
Or no, die is
Everyone
singular.
gets this wrong. Die is singular, dice is plural. Christ. I didn't want to correct Jan, but it annoys me so much. I'm sorry.
No, I like it when dice should be there. It should be there in gambling. It should be there in a board game.
Yeah, it should
not
be there
in
in like a
medieval
tabletop
warfare.
RPG. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
No.
How long ago did you think of that joke? It felt like 5 minutes ago.
Halfway through Jan describing
Okay.
the game.
I saw the lights click into your head, and I
Yeah,
don't know if
the
you
wheels
just,
were
like-
turning.
Yeah, I was like, ooh,
Jan, these dice are messed up, man. There's like
Yeah.
a giraffe die.
Yeah,
Like, how does that
oh.
work?
I saw a peanut.
Yeah, there's. I haven't gotten to all like the funky ones, but God, what's the a jack? You get a jack as like one of your dice,
Like jacks? Like the-
pickup
like the jacks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it you go through like a tree, kind of like a Slay the Spire of like, oh, do I go do this next round of rolling for dice, or do I go for like an artifact? And an artifact is like you can get another bonus card or another ring for your fingies.
What's up with the
cool.
rings? Sorry, did you mention that?
Yeah, the rings are kind of like your jokers in Balatro. They just affect
Okay.
like the different die or like
Yeah.
how the dice add up to each other. God, this is gonna be terrible for me.
Yeah, this is a good look. I like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it looks slick. It would be really cool on mobile if you just shake your phone to throw your dice.
Of course. There you go. Yeah.
Joy-Con on Switch.
Oh yeah.
Oh, HD Rumble. Yeah.
Yeah. My
Stop
biggest
doing that.
complaint about Balatro on no, you can keep going, Mikey. Biggest complaint for Balatro on phones is I wish they did have like a vertical mode versus just always playing in
Sure.
horizontal.
Sure.
Totally.
I could
Very
see
minor
that being
thing.
added, right?
What?
I could see that being added, right?
Yeah, I could see them doing that.
Sure.
Yeah.
All
Come on,
right.
Vout.
He doesn't make the game. He just promotes it.
Hey, call a guy.
Jeff Grubb, you did a stream of this game last week, and you didn't get to any of the actual criming around because you played Mafia, the old country, and it looked like you were just you were in a mine or a cave the whole time.
It's Minecraft. Like, yeah. I played
It's
like
an isekai?
It's an isekai, of course.
In Italy.
Isekai.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It is. I think I played like the first 90 minutes or so, maybe even like I got around to like 2 hours. And yeah, it was all set up. You start off you're working in a mine, and you're very low on the totem pole in this mining operation. And so they tell you to go in there, even though it's obviously going to collapse and like release gas. And it does that, and you escape, and then you get in a fight with the big mean boss who tries to get you to work in the dangerous cave, and you slice him in the face, and then you run away. But they find you, and then a mafia family takes you in, and then you start at the bottom, and that's where I kind of stopped the game, where like I'm beginning my ascent in the ranks of this mafia cartel. The first thing I was doing there was going into a wine cellar, getting crates of wine, and putting on a truck. And it feels like one of those games where it's like we are going to just be like trying to set the tone through small little gameplay touches throughout. There was a lot of that stuff in the cave segment. And then it becomes a big action game, but it's never an open world action game. It is always, we have set up an obstacle course for you that's going to have a lot of fun, mafia stuff happening off to the side. There's going to be, goons with their guns chasing you, and you have to try to just outrun them. And it's all working for me. I thought it was completely fine. Now, it's not a game that I ever had high expectations for because I knew what it was, and then it was like also has a reduced scope compared to the previous Mafia games. That is helping. Being able to set those expectations low, being like, this is not going to try to do a bunch of stuff it's not going to be good at. It's just going to stick to telling a story, having it's an interesting cast of characters, being a pretty decent looking game. I think it looks really nice. And a lot of that is the tech, but most of it is the art style. And then, all right, we're just going to let you go through that story. And I think that's probably the right choice for a game like this. Does that work? Do players want that beyond, at all? I don't know, but I was pretty happy with it. I think this is a good direction for this series. I don't know if they're going to be able to support it for future games, but for this one, I'm like, yeah, this is decent. I don't even know if I would like recommend it to any of you. Because it's like,
No.
if you're in the mood for this or not, I think.
Yeah, I guess I'm most surprised to hear that you're liking, because what you're describing almost sounds like Red Dead Redemption 2, but only the story mission.
No, so it is like the Order 1886.
Do you not
where-
like horses?
me?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Red Dead Redemption 2.
No, not you.
Horses.
Grub.
No.
I mean, I don't trust them. Their legs evolved.
How
from
do you feel about
fingers.
Mr. Ed?
Listen, I love a talking horse because I can reason with it. Now, the other
Angrily
horses-
yelling that is very funny.
Yeah, I think it's not like Red Dead Redemption 2 at all, because Red Dead Redemption 2 promises the world, right? And then it's like sometimes it's like, no, you can't do that. This is like from the beginning. It's like, no, we're setting up the boundaries. We're not ever going to suggest to you that you have the ability to like take control and go do whatever you want. And it's not like, oh, I can go off the beaten path here and I'm going to fail the mission, because there's no reason to want to do that, where that does exist in Red Dead Redemption 2, where I'm like, I'm going to try this, and the game's like, we're not happy with you. So it's like, by having the understood boundaries between me and the game, I can just mess around with what's in front of me. And then what's in front of me is, decent to good, and then it looks nice. It's hard to explain, like I said, I think it's the expectations. Not expecting a ton from this game, and they're delivering on what they said they would do.
Before release, you were saying that you expect it to be like an Uncharted game. Is that like, at least in terms of scope, is that kind of like what we're looking at here?
Yeah, like the original Uncharted games. Yes. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Like
trying
before,
to be a PS3
like,
game, yeah.
Yeah, before 4, added a more open area and everything, but just sort of the classic action adventure style. You go through what is essentially a level. It's a little more narrow than games are nowadays, but it's like, the cinematic moments and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yes, I think it does, like we commented this several times. Chat said this as well when I was playing. It feels like a PS3 game, and I think it's specifically those kinds of games. And yeah, just good set pieces can go a long way if that's the kind of game you're trying to make. Yeah. And I think they're decent here. Like it's not like a awesome 8 out of 10. It's like a pretty good 7 out of 10. Yeah,
we need those.
I'm very happy with that.
Now, Grub, as far as I have been able to glean from watching you play through that, you're just a normal dude, right?
I'm not a superhuman or anything
He's
like
Italian. That's not normal. That's
Okay, I understand. I understand how like being an Italian stallion gives you like a plus 5 to strength. Why do you have Italian?
Well,
wait, what?
You can smell the olive
They're
oil,
not supposed to tell people about the Italian vision.
What?
That's supposed to be a secret.
Yeah, you can smell the olive oil waves in the air, right? And they just,
All right. Oh no.
It's just it comes with these games now. It's like pre-baked in there. That's just how it goes.
I video game developers, unless your main character is like Batman and
or
you have
James
technology,
Bond.
stop
Yeah, Bond
adding
vision.
this.
Hitman vision?
Bond.
Yep.
What is this? Well, he's a trained
Yeah,
hitman.
okay, fair.
You're run-of-the-mill dude. What's he gonna do? Like, I can't stand here right now and just like think really hard and like, oh, there's someone on the second floor.
I kind of
I can't
can
do
hear
that.
some like
Can.
I feel like I can hear people upstairs like move and like know what room they're in, right? Like that is a little bit like the vision.
That's dad vision, yeah.
Yeah, my dad vision. I'm like, oh, they're gonna break something.
That's mental
motherfucker.
illness.
Yeah, yes, it's neurodivergency. Yeah.
That's mental illness. Folks, in the last game of the What You've Been Playing segment is a game that we'll talk about in the news, I believe, because it's been blowing up. And not just the buildings, but in the player count. Mike Minotti, you wrote this here, but I think everyone here has gotten a chance to dip into Battlefield 6.
Yeah.
No.
Fuck
No,
that
fuck
mountain in the middle of that stage where all the snipers go now, and it just becomes impossible to play on there. They got to do
Welcome
something.
to Battlefield, baby.
It was fun when I figured it out, and I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ruin their day, and I just ran in there over and over and killed like 2
Or
snipers
you bring
every
a
time.
tank, because they got no hiding spots.
Yeah, that's the move.
Yeah.
Actually, clearly, it's just like we got to play it more and figure out the obvious counters
Like
that
some
exist.
Right.
Yes,
Because
yeah.
that's all. I think everybody pits Battlefield and Call of Duty against each other, but boy, those are a very different kind of games
Yes.
that you need to be playing.
Although, I do get why people are saying this one feels a little bit more like Call of Duty than some other Battlefields. The time to kill is very Call of Duty-like.
I guess.
Yeah.
But I feel like I was getting pretty good at Call of Duty from playing Black Ops 6 last year. And I liked Battlefield very early on. I played a lot of Battlefield 1942 and Battlefield Vietnam, and then kind of checked out. I didn't even play that much of 3 and 4, but I've been craving Battlefield a bit. So I was excited to play this, and I was enjoying that. Like, yeah, I'm glad that this is basically just Battlefield, something too crazy. I am really bad at it. It should be called Battlefield, because I'm so
got him.
awful at it. I don't even know what it is.
Diegetic's not so bad now, is it, fuckers?
Oh, give me a second, Dan. I'll come up with something.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm
Worse.
so bad, because, like, aiming and shooting things I do in other games, and, like, I just can't. I'm pretty rough at it. But still, just aside from my skill issue, I think they have something here. The game looks really good. It seems to run pretty well, even in this beta format. I do like these maps. There's something flashy, but they generally seem to make sense. I haven't been able to, like, get in an airplane. Even piloting tanks, I'm usually like the second guy in the tank, so I'm just using that kind of gun thing, whatever. But yeah, it seems like they made a really good one of those, and people are responding to it.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. Where
Hell yeah.
I played a lot of 1943 when it came on Xbox Live.
Yeah, that one I played too.
The one on the island, right, with the boats and yeah.
Played a ton of that. Yeah, it was a good time. And then I played some 3 and some 4, but not much. And it really, my Battlefield experience is I kind of try to play it like Call of Duty, because I would play a lot of Call of Duty. So I'd kind of run right at the action, get the idea of like, oh, I'm going to be able to flank this and do something here, and just get demolished over and over again. And then eventually I'll settle into, all right, let's start some of these mid-range skirmishes and see if I can figure that out. And once I get on its wavelength, it's a little bit better, and it's a good time. I like the Battlefield games. This one, it's just like everything else is hitting really well, that I kind of want to get on that learning curve and relearn Battlefield once again, because it just feels good to play, and it looks fantastic. It is still that game. Like, if you're going to run in there and try to be an a-hole and lone wolf it, you're going to get hurt. So it's like, okay, I got to not play that way, and I'm okay to not play that way, again, because it's working so well on all the other factors.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the opposite side of things from you guys, where I got into Battlefield with Battlefield 2. My stepbrother was really big into it, and when we were first getting to know each other, we played that a lot. And I played that, and then 3 and 4 were when I was like in college, like late high school into college. So I got really into those games for a while there, and I do really like the modern day sort of Battlefield rather than the World War I or II stuff that they also went back to for a while there. And so playing this one, it's like, yeah, I'm back. Like, we're back into what Battlefield as I know it is. I think where the height of the series for a lot of people will be. And it's kind of weird to think that this is kind of just more of that. We haven't had it in a while, but the continuations, kind of the like with Call of Duty, the Modern Warfare 2019 thing, where, oh yeah, this is just like the best version of this that they've done in a while. And it's weird to think that, wow, it's been like 12 years since we've done that. It's also weird to think that they have kind of just, we were like, where's Battlefield gone? They have put out a game roughly every 3 years since then, which is not something most companies are going to do. But yeah, it's fun to be back into that style of Battlefield, not going way back to World War I or II, not trying to do near future stuff with 2042. It is just that more traditional Battlefield experience. Maybe some Call of Duty isms in there, like you said, with the time to kill and everything. But yeah, I didn't play much more than what we played on stream the other day, but I had a blast with that, and then the few matches I played after that. It's just fun to be back playing Battlefield again.
Yeah, I normally get super overwhelmed anytime I've checked out a Battlefield, so I've generally bounced off of them. And the only, but I've been having an actually good time at this one. I don't know why. Maybe it's because like I've never really Call of Duty's never really clicked with me, and I really enjoyed, the finals from a couple years ago. So it's very similar DNA here.
A lot of DICE people worked on that. Yeah.
Battlefield 6. Why don't you just give me a grappling hook and like an air dash? Just do that.
Boots on the ground, Jan. That's what the people want.
Yeah, play 2042 for that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, this has been. Have you all had any like trouble connecting since like the beta like became open or whatever? I know we had some like initial like funky business at the top of that stream.
Things going on, but no, things are going relatively. There was some weirdness with people joining my party in a game and then like not being put into the game with me. That happened with Jeff and Christian when I was playing. So I don't know, maybe just a thing there, but that was running well.
All right, gang, that about does it for video games. We're going to take another quick breaky break, and then we will get to the news. But before we get to the news and take a quick breaky break, I've been keeping this under wraps, gang. I haven't been talking about this a lot, but like I've been really deep into the Magic the Gathering lines, and I'm in that phase of like learning and playing where like I'm still a little too shy to play with actual shoot people. So I've been kind of like slowly grinding my way through Arena. Hot dang, they're showing off the Avatar: The Last Airbender cards, and that's my main motivation for getting into Magic the Gathering. Yo, that Sozin card gonna do numbers, gang. And we'll talk
Did
about that
you
eventually.
see how much money the Final Fantasy thing made for Magic the Gathering in like a week or whatever? $200 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be doing a lot more of these, and like,
Well, yeah.
it's kind of the Fortnite-ification of everything. But you know, it's like, and
It's working.
I always like shake disapproving at it until it's a franchise I like Final Fantasy. And I'm
But
like,
it was
oh,
one
yes,
day,
yes.
$200 million in one day. Jesus.
Yeah. Everyone making money off of Final Fantasy, but Square Enix.
Yeah, they should figure that out. Final Fantasy had their own TCG, and it feels like that disappeared.
No, yeah.
I'm almost gonna play more Fumes, and I'll talk about that next week. That game.
Yeah.
Oh, fumes. Gang, we're going to take a quick break. We'll see you on the other side. This is Jeff Grubb with the news. Jeff Grubb.
Hey, howdy, hello. Got some headlines here for everybody. Let's get into the news. Microsoft has stopped development on Avalanche Studios Contraband, another game that they've canceled. This is one that we didn't see much of. They showed it off 4 years ago at a summer game fest, like one of their summer showcases. It just had a teaser trailer. Avalanche, the studio that did Just Cause, and they are now canceling that game as well. This comes in the wake of them canceling Perfect Dark, as well as being part of the 9,000 people layoff at all of Microsoft. Not all of those were Xbox, but a lot were. And that's on top of the many layoffs that have happened over the years, tens of thousands. We said it earlier, but once again, Microsoft under a BDS movement boycott for, as they say here, perhaps being the most complicit tech company in Israel's illegal occupation, apartheid regime, and ongoing genocide. And Xbox specifically is the target of that boycott. Contraband is a game I was interested in because the trailer had a Steely Dan song in it, and that's it. It was going to be something like a
Which
heist
one?
game. Was it Peg? It might have been Peg.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I can't remember. It was a while ago.
Yeah, it's a great song.
It's a great song. Yeah.
What's it about?
Pegging. Anyway, it is Contraband. Did anyone have any like hopes or dreams for this game?
I like the Just Cause game, so just the idea of like, Just Cause kind of under a different name, maybe with co-op in it, maybe doing some of that heist stuff from GTA 5 or a Payday. I don't know. I guess I just had faith in the developer.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah, did we really know what this was, or kind of just buzzwords at this point?
I think we had buzzwords. Yeah, I think you're right. We never saw anything else from it. Not a single second. They never talked
Bummer.
about it.
I
nothing.
kept getting... Sorry.
Go ahead, Jen.
Oh, okay. I kept getting this game confused with Condemned. And I was excited we were making another
Bring
Condemned.
Condemn back.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Mike got mixed up with Concord the other day.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I had to make a headline for the game show. I was like, Concord canceled?
Yeah, it turns out.
Yeah, it was.
Now, that's a market of video game podcasts, just reporting on the news like a year and a half too late.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be good. Yeah. It's a shame. Microsoft seems bad. Seems bad right now.
Yep. Not interested in making games, and I mentioned this elsewhere when we talked about this before. You get the sense that like a lot of studios that they were once going to work with or going to like publish their project externally kind of got burned by Microsoft over the last several years, but that like really culminated during these last layoffs, where it sounds like they just canceled a ton of projects. So the cancellations go deeper than just the ones we heard about from Xbox publishing themselves. But this is one of the bigger ones, even though again it was just buzzwords as far as we could tell.
I mean,
Then why did they buy all those studios?
Yeah, I mean, now Avalanche is not one that they bought, but yes, they did buy a bunch of studios. It doesn't seem like for any good reason now, Jan. At this point,
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of like internal, I'm trying to think of the right word, but like conflict, kind of like a water and oil thing happening here, where there's people who want to make the cool stuff, but then there's still the fact that it's Microsoft, which from always for history has been one of the most cutthroat companies on the planet. That's why we're all running Windows. It's not because we want to, because they like paid to have deals with companies.
Right.
It became the de facto work operating system. So now it's what people put on their work laptops and now just on their home computers and stuff. It's how they do everything. And it felt like Xbox in the early days, like, you hear people talk about it, it doesn't sound too different from like PlayStation, of like this, sort of scrappy upstart team within this like, gigantic bloodthirsty corporation, but like a team that really want to do something cool. And as they become more and more Microsoft, that's how we see more and more things happen, like mass layoffs and like buying a bunch of studios and doing nothing effective with them, and then all these games getting canceled, not to mention everything else that Microsoft does as a company. It just feels like the Microsoft of it all is just like slowly killing what Xbox is or could have been at this point.
I think that's exactly it. And Mike keeps recommending these books. Now I'm reading one about the history of electricity, and it's like all these early companies that were like Westinghouse and GE, all these companies that were everywhere, Siemens. It's like some of them were able to like take their early wins and turn that into perpetual wins, where they are still around today. Siemens is still like the company to this day that's like making monorails and stuff. Yes, Siemens, everybody.
Yeah, it's a well-known name.
Just like, what?
They were a sponsor for Spaceship Earth at one point.
Yeah,
Get over
see?
it.
They're cleaning up for Disney. They're cleaning up for the giant Bombcast. Siemens. Anyway, Microsoft is like, I think, looks at the history of corporations. It's like, if we want to be relevant, we have to be cutthroat to ourselves and like kind of like lop off anything that's not working or really reduce it. And we know we got to like position ourselves to be behind the next thing. And we know the next thing is AI, and they're in the middle of that right now. And whether it is or isn't, whether it can be the thing that like makes them money in the future, it very well could turn out to be the case. But it will be because if they like are able to capture that, it will be because they gave up on several other things that were working just fine, but they weren't working as well as AI maybe might for them one day. That's frustrating to see. All right, let's keep going here. Former BioWare executive producer says EA pitched multiple times to remaster the first 3 Dragon Age games. Mark Dara was on Mr. Matty Plays podcast or in a video, kind of just did an interview with them. And they talked about a bunch of stuff. One of the tidbits that came out of there, though, is several times BioWare was like, we would do this. And EA had a couple of reasons why they didn't want it. I think the biggest reason is like, Mass Effect was more important. They did that first. And it's like, well, maybe we'll get to Dragon Age one day. But also, Dragon Age is not all just one engine. Like the third game's on Frostbite. Can't remember what the engine was called before that, but it was a different engine. None of them are on Unreal, where it's like for Mass Effect, they were all on Unreal. And Mark Dara pointed out, like when that happens, first of all, you can make improvements to one game, and a lot of them will carry over. But also, you can work with outsourced companies because they all know Unreal. And so you could just contract someone to do most of the work, which is what they did with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Also, the stories are not like linear. That's not like Mass Effect where one is a direct sequel to the one before it. So they just feel like the juice isn't quite there. Now, Dragon Age fans are crazy. They probably will get around to doing this one day in a very long time from now. But it's like, Dragon Age is at a low point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you didn't at least just do it with Dragon Age Origins. But yeah, right. EA is weird, though, because they don't even really like to remaster games that much in general.
He also said that.
Legendary Edition is a bit of an outlier for that. They did a couple remakes like Dead Space, and even then, there wasn't that much use there. But there's all sorts of games that they could be remastering that, are beloved, like, Burnout, and people bring up Bad Company all the time, right? Like, oh, we want Bad Company. They're not going to remaster an old Battlefield game. Are you crazy? So yeah, it seems like a missed opportunity, especially because Dragon Age 4 could have used a little bit juice going into there. I think just counting on people still caring about that franchise as much as they did when Inquisition came out was a pretty big ask. So some kind of, again, that has to be the whole trilogy, but doing something with Dragon Age 1 in that meantime could have helped. And again, the Mass Effect collection was a huge hit that did very well.
And it's, and people could still play that now. Get it for like $5 at any moment. It's going to sell for forever. Okay, Nightdive and id Software have released definitive remasters of first-person classics Heretic and Hexen. We talked about those games, so we don't have to go into too much. But they did shadow drop it for $15. It's on Xbox and PC. I think it's on Switch.
It's on
everywhere.
Switch. I'm playing it on Switch.
Yeah.
It's great there. Yeah.
Right, so you can grab that now.
Nightdive,
Yeah.
so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's cool.
Love them.
And
I love you, Nightdive.
Yeah, we love you, Nightdive. And they did tease that at when we had them on our show. They're like, we're gonna have something at QuakeCon, and that was it. I can't wait to see what they do next. Next year's QuakeCon, will they have something else? Like, could they do some of the later Wolfenstein games? Even that would be awesome.
Well, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein 3D it doesn't actually have a great remaster. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Believe it
Okay,
or
well,
not. Yeah,
They should do all Wolfenstein games then. Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
great. New Helldivers 2 Xbox trailer seemingly teases a Halo crossover. They play the saxophone part from Halo ODST in the trailer. Do you guys think that means we get some skins that are Halo crossovers for this game?
Sure.
That would make a lot of sense, right?
I think it
Why
makes a
not?
lot of sense.
Yeah. I feel like the Spartans are dumb, and they would
Yeah.
fit in well with Helldivers.
Now wait
Yeah.
a second. ODST.
Yeah, we
Those
knew this
weren't
was coming.
Spartans.
Well,
You-
I'm
you
thinking
damn
of Halo
fool!
in general. I'm stupid.
They're also, but those characters are also dummies, so it works
Yeah,
just
they're
fine. One
also-
of them's Nathan Fillion, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. They said Philly was in that. Yeah, for sure.
Are
professional.
they dummies
goober.
or are the ODST crew or are they himbos?
They're
Yes,
definitely himbos.
somewhere in between. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Nathan Fillion's always playing himbos, right? That's kind
That's
of
true.
his shtick.
Yeah.
Pokemon McDonald's promo ends early in Japan due to extreme demand and wasted food.
Sure.
This sounds like
They were throwing the McDonald's away?
They were
Yes.
just like
Oh,
they were
Dan, I'm
they were
sorry.
taking the cards out, and
Yeah.
there was like giant piles of McDonald's in the corner
Dan,
of the McDonald's.
I'm going to make a stand against this. This
They-
is unacceptable.
You're a
Dan,
principled
legitimately,
man.
it was very upsetting because there were just Happy Meals around garbage cans. And garbage cans, as people know, very hard to come by in Japan.
All
Right.
those fucking fries.
And this, I thought they were well behaved in Japan. Like, we handled Beanie Babies better than this. TV
Yeah.
beanies we were mildly respectful about.
Sean, you're more up to date
Yeah.
on the Pokemon TCG right now, right?
Yeah. So-
What collection or was this a McDonald's specific one?
Yeah, every time that they basically do it every year at this point, there's just a set of McDonald's stamped cards that they do with Happy Meals. And it's not like actual fans doing this. I want to make this very
it's
clear.
scalpers.
It's the scalpers. Yeah, because they think
They're
they can
all on
turn
eBay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because they think they can turn a buck because there's artificial demand for it. It's the same thing that's going on with used video games of someone thinking that they encase Super Mario 64, it's worth $1 million. No, it's fucking not. Everyone has Mario 64. Don't be stupid. But that's what's going on here is that the scalpers come in, they buy up all this stuff, they're incredibly disrespectful to wherever they may be while they're doing this. That's how we get stuff people wasting food because they wanted to get the Pikachu
Yeah.
card or whatever. It
I-
sucks.
I like this comment from Sad Bastard Pochi Club. I feel like this is one of those things that would have made God destroy a city in the Bible.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Gamora is happening in Japan right now.
I'll say at least I've heard that in the U.S. Some people were like, if your McDonald's didn't let you just buy the toy individually, which I found a lot of them just do that now. They would at least give the Happy Meals to homeless shelters and stuff. I'm like, okay, well, if you're gonna be weird about this whole collection thing, at least that's a better way to go about it.
The thing was going to last for 3 days. They ended it after 1 day.
Yeah.
It's like the Szechuan sauce from Rick and Morty. It's
Yeah.
another McDonald's
That's the word
disaster.
disrespect. That was
disrespectful about
wild.
sauce.
I protested that one.
It's pretty good sauce.
Okay, we're going to keep going here. Weapons directors, who is apparently just the guy from Whitest Kids You Know.
Oh, you didn't know this
Yeah.
I
guy?
had
The guy who
no
did Barbarian?
idea.
Yeah.
So there's him, and there's the guy from Nirvana, the band, the show.
Yeah.
The
Matt
apparently
Johnson or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, Eric Wareheim's a great director. Apparently, this is the move now. Is you go direct sketch shows for a while, and it gets you ready for a direct. I haven't seen either of his movies.
You
though.
haven't seen
All-
Barbarian?
I haven't
Oh,
seen Barbarian.
grub.
I did watch. It's on YouTube. His first movie was the Whitest Kids You Know spinoff, The Civil War on Drugs, and that movie is like a modern Monty Python. It's so funny.
man.
So I'm gonna watch that, then I'll be ready for Barbarian, which I'm sure is very similar in tone.
Grub, Mary gave me the hard sell on Barbarian, saying that don't look up a single thing about it. Do you know anything about it?
No, I heard the same spiel. This is where I learned last night. I was listening to your guys' show. Yeah.
Okay, and I was very, very thankful that she did not tell me.
Is it not
anything.
about barbarians?
I would suggest you both just watch that.
I'll
movie.
watch it because
Like,
You
I
may
like
not
it.
like it, Mikey. You may not like it, knowing your tastes.
Whitest Kids You Know
They're
is
singing the whole fucking
so
time.
Good. It's so good. So I love all of those comedians, and when Trevor died, but getting a chance to like keep up with this guy, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I will watch Barbarian and I'll report back.
A lot of fun.
Like
Anyway.
20 people in chat just said that I will not like it.
Yeah.
He directed Weapons, and now his next movie is the untitled Resident Evil movie. And they're not going to use existing characters because people can play the games for those stories.
Okay.
I kind of get
I'm
that.
good with that. Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know. It's like I get that, but it's also like I don't know if I'm seeing the Resident Evil movie. I think I want to see a Joe Valentine or he may be a Chris Redfield. Like even one of the smaller characters. Like give me a Rebecca Chambers. I don't know.
I like it when those characters like show up in the plot, but they are not the main characters. Like the story follows a different story that's happening at the same time as like the Raccoon City events or something like that. Because if nothing else, everyone's gonna just compare it to Resident Evil 1 or 2 or whatever you're making an adaptation of.
Remember the OC we got? Well, first
Yeah,
off, from
from
the other
Mortal
Resident
Kombat.
Evil movies, but also in Mortal Kombat,
Yeah, I was
right?
just thinking the same thing. I
Cole?
really didn't like that.
And it was
Don't
funny.
like that. No.
Yeah, it was funny. The Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, which I saw in front of something. It's like that. I did not. That guy might have been that trailer. They sure weren't
I
talking
think it'll be in
about
the
him.
background. That's a Johnny Cage movie, which is the right choice.
Which is
Yes.
you know what? It's better.
Yep.
And I think a lot of people are going to applaud this decision. And then we're going to see this movie and maybe be like, oh, I wish you said that OC. It was Leon Kennedy. I don't know.
I think there's a way to pull it off, but Mike, I think you're probably right. I think that this is going to be a thing where, that was an okay movie, but it didn't feel like a Resident Evil movie, or I didn't get a chance to spend time with those characters I really like, which can go a long way. But we'll see. I bet it might end up still being a pretty decent movie.
I don't know. I see Christian, some people like, it's because these are zombie movies, not character-based things as much as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, there's a difference.
I don't know if I agree. I think Resident Evil, a large part of that is I like those characters a lot, and I kind of get excited.
Sure,
I mean,
But even
to-
like 7 was like not even really like imagine 7 everyone seemed to love, and that doesn't really have anyone outside of a cameo or so. It's a wholly
You're
original
right.
set of characters.
yeah, but
As
like,
opposed to like a fighting game movie where fighting games are just the characters.
Yeah.
Mortal
Yes.
Kombat, like there's lore and everything that they have like established over the years, but those games are just about the characters.
I think
So
it's somewhere in the
that's
middle.
why that
Yeah,
felt
but
I think
weird.
it's somewhere in the middle. Both of these things can be true. Where it's like, yes, the Resident Evil games are capable of introducing new characters, and if it feels like that, if it feels like a succession to just like the storytelling, then that would be good. But I think that at the same time, I might miss those characters.
I think the problem.
Real quick comment from Sam O'Nice in the chat. Mike has seen like 2 non-animated movies ever. Why are we listening to him?
I've seen plenty of movies. I just don't see very many.
Disney does live action now. Come on, guys.
Yeah, I saw the live action Lilo's. No. Wait, just about Resident Evil 7 and 8, though. Yeah, you're right. Those are great. But, like, what's everybody's usually least favorite part about it? It's Ethan Winters, right? It is that main character.
But, like, I think the problem here is that so often, like with Resident Evil itself, they haven't pulled off doing their own thing. So people just look at that and say, oh, well, that's bad because it's bad every time they do it. What if the movies just didn't suck? What if they just made a good movie for
It is
once?
wild that there were, like, 7 or whatever of those Resident Evil. And already a reboot that happened.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Also,
and
like, we love those. Go ahead.
No, Dan, you first.
Well, we love those characters, obviously, but they work in a video game. Like, they're not exactly like masterpieces of writing or storytelling.
That's true, too.
And they've done some of the like fan service. Like, me and Tim Terry watched one of the recent Resident Evils, which
they
was
made
very
those-
much like a fan service. You like, remember when this happened in the games? And like, it kind of sucked, Like,
Okay.
I'm fine
Yeah.
with to make a real movie,
Yeah, I was going to talk about that movie. It's the 2021 Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Okay.
That's one of the only movies I've
It's
ever
rough.
found.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was such dog shit.
Yeah.
It was just so bad and so trying so hard to do what you said, Dan, of like, hey, this is from the games. You know what this is.
Right,
And it's like no original idea at all. And just felt like they were trying to ham fist every single thread from like 1 and 2. Into
Yeah,
What if they
it's why I don't need a Metal Gear movie. I don't need I'm a huge Metal Gear fan. I don't need Oscar Isaac looking at the camera and saying, "Oh, kept you waiting, huh?" Like I don't need that. I've got the games.
Yeah.
This new game should try, or new movie should try to do the thing where it's like, well, we'll start with a familiar character, but we'll kill him early, and it should be Chris Redfield, and he tries to punch a boulder, and it just runs him over and kills him, and that's
I like that.
I will say it sounds like this director's made good movies. I bet that there will probably
I
be
trust
something
this
there.
guy more so than the last
He was also the whitest kid you know. So there you go. All right. Nintendo Indie World Showcase happened last week. UFO 50's out on Switch now. Bunch of other stuff worth calling out. Mina the Hollower Dweller is a different game. That's Well Dweller. Is This Seat Taken? Little Kitty Big City's getting a free update. Ultimate Sheep Raccoon.
Oh, right.
That game looks so much fun. Yes. The Herdling game. Yes. Herdling. Let's see. Anything else?
Ball Pit.
Yeah, Ball Pit and Go-Go Town, which just looks like a straight up Animal Crossing game. So
Yeah. Was
good
Neverway
stuff
the
there.
kind of creepy looking Stardew like?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that you popped for that.
Yeah, I thought that one looked neat. Yeah, plenty of interesting games here. I think if you thought this is where we were gonna get Silksong, you're probably you're horribly mistaken for sure. But I thought it was a good little showcase.
Definitely, thought they did a pretty good job, and I have meant to go back to UFO 50. Maybe I'll do it on the Switch too.
I downloaded it on the Switch and I started it again, and it's like, oh, yep, this will be a nice thing to have on the Switch on the go.
Excellent. Nintendo announces My Mario, a range of products for young children, including amiibo building blocks. Nintendo has unveiled My Mario. It is for very young kids, toddlers, and maybe even younger. It's launching in Japan this month on the 26th with a select few items going internationally next year. The collection includes a Super Mario woodblock set with characters blocks like Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Yoshi. They all also function as amiibo. So it's like start when you're young, get them, and then you have them when you start playing games, and you can slap on your games. Do you think there'll be any like bespoke stuff? I guess there is also the It's Me Mario, not even It's Me Mario, like stop motion animation stuff, and then a Hello Mario game where you can kind of poke and prod at Mario's face, and that's going to be on the Switch as well as on mobile. Maybe the amiibo blocks do something on there. I don't know, but I think this is neat, but also a very transparent get them while they're young tactic.
What are these faces, Dan?
Yeah.
Are you upset about?
I was like a weird yawn, but I was trying not to make it seem like I was yawning. And then you called attention to it. Now everyone knows.
I was like, man, I know you don't like kids, but come on, it's okay if they have some Mario.
No, I
toys.
like the idea of monetizing the kids early. And then,
Oh, that's why we gotta get our plushies going, right?
Yeah.
Extract value from the children, of course.
When you say something bespoke, do you mean like a game in this line? Is that what you're looking for?
Just a game that like recognizes that you are putting the building block amiibo on there, and it's like, oh, that's the building block amiibo, and we're acknowledging that.
Mario Maker for kids.
Okay, actually, I would give my kids that. That'd be fantastic. Last couple of stories here. Sony CFO says its live service shift is not entirely going smoothly.
Gang, I think I could be a CFO then.
Yeah, because we could have told you that. But they also pledged to carry on and learn from mistakes. They pointed out they have had successes despite problems like Ben Studios game getting canceled, Blue Point Games, apparently God of War live service game getting canceled, Concord launching and then getting canceled, the Destiny 2, a Marathon getting delayed till next year. But despite all that, they point to stuff like Gran Turismo 7, MLB The Show, Helldivers 2, and Destiny 2 as successes, and the fact that apparently now live service spending from their first party game accounts for something like 40% of the money they make. Most of that's got to be Destiny, I assume.
Yeah, now hang on, because 3 out of those 4 things just existed before this big push. You can't take credit for that.
No, right. That's why it's the CFO saying it'd be like, look, I don't know where the money comes from, but the money's coming from these games.
Shouldn't she know where it comes from?
Well, I mean, she doesn't know like the fact that like, are they responsible for generating the value in the first place? No. But are they getting that money now? Yes. Like,
yeah,
and
that's like
what,
the reason that they would do a Helldivers is basically what they're pointing towards. Is like, hey, live service is where a lot of our money comes from. Let's lean into that. They're trying to justify it.
Yep. So they're gonna keep doing this stuff, and I guess maybe it's like a hard to turn a ship around sort of situation where they have continued funding their first party traditional style games at the same rate that they had been. So we can kind of just keep expecting that, and maybe they're not ready to be like, okay, we're going completely back in that direction, because that's expensive to like start up a new studio or to take a Naughty Dog and be like, hey, spin up a new team. You can't just do that overnight. So I think this is them being like, look, let's just try to stick it out with live service. Maybe we had a couple of strikes in a row.
But it's fine because Fair Games is coming soon.
Fair Games also a problem. Jade Raymond has left the studio responsible for that company. So, yeah, I think I go back to my default stance on live service games, which is no one ever learns from mistakes, and you have to go through it yourself. That's the only mistake you ever learn from, is that the team did it themselves, and now they know not to do that anymore. They found out the stove is hot. So, yeah. All right. Marathon is still coming this fiscal year, though. Got delayed till next year. It's still going to come out before March, according to that CFO.
Yeah.
Not a ton of time to like change up what that game is. So expect it to still be the extraction shooter they always promised to be, which they never said they were going to change. But I think I had hopes that they would try to do something more. An extra 6 months probably isn't enough time to do that something more.
Enough time to erase all of the art you stole, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's just gonna be one of the most interesting games to watch, because what happens if it's not a hit? And it just, like, you don't discount it entirely yet. It's not like a Fair Games thing where I'm gonna be shocked if that thing lands.
Right.
Marathon still has a shot, but boy, there seems like there is very much a world where this doesn't find an audience at all, and then what?
Yep. All right, that is going to do it for the news, other than you should go to enormousexplosive.com. If you have a premium membership, you can partake in our beta for the new website. What we want you to do is go to that website, start using it, and then when you say to yourself, man, I wish it did this, I wish it had that, there is a suggestion box. Go in there and say exactly that, like any little thought. You can overload Chuck's inbox with messages like that, because we want to get this
He's
site.
begging for it.
He's begging for it, and we want to get the site to be as the best it can when it officially launches, whenever that may be. Anything else we should mention on that front, Jan?
No, if you're having troubles connecting to the beta, there may be ways to get into contact with Chuck to help get that thing going. But yeah, use it. We're trying to use it more also.
I'm in now, and it's real good. I like highlighting these video thumbnails, and that fun little box goes over them. I like the ticker and the Bomb 12. This is good stuff.
I liked when Chuck asked for help finding like another accent color besides just the white and the black and the yellow that we use. And as always, I just default to pick a color from the GameCube controller.
Yep.
One of these will do. The purple, maybe
orange.
Maybe this.
Was this indigo? Was this indigo purple?
Yeah.
This is their indigo. All the GameCube colors are just so freaking good. Oh yeah, so nice.
Okay, all right.
I'm handing the show back over to you, Jan.
We're going to give Mikey some alone time with the GameCube controller, and we will be back with emails and super chats right after this.
Smells good. Down.
These are the emails for the show. Hot dogs. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Write in about any and everything. You want to avoid a social interaction by awkwardly looking at your phone, email us. You got a fun quiz, email us. You got some kind words to the show, email us. Bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address. First email comes from Andrew in North Carolina. Dan has mentioned several times in the past that Pizza Hut is the #1 pizza in America, as if it is common knowledge.
What?
Is Dan 3.0 ready to accept that this isn't true? It is Domino's by a large margin. He can look it up. It's not an opinion. It's fact.
Yes. Growing up in Kansas City, I've seemed like Pizza Hut was the most, visible and heavily marketed and eaten. Like it was the default. If you're saying, hey, let's order a pizza, whether it's my house, a friend's house, or anything, it was always Pizza Hut, 648-8888. That was the number. That was the thing. Like I don't ever remember getting Domino's as a kid. Even though it was around, it always seemed like a distant number two, like a RC Cola to Pizza Hut's Coca-Cola. As I have gotten older and I've now lived in a lot of different areas, I do find that there is a much bigger prevalence of Domino's, and I'll say it, I prefer it. I am within a Pizza Hut delivery zone now. I have not ordered it once. I've had Domino's 20 times since I've been back. So
Domino's is like, you shouldn't eat pizza every day, but it's an everyday pizza. Pizza Hut is like, I'm gonna go get Pizza Hut. Like that is where I put it, where I have to decide I'm in the mood for Pizza Hut. If I do just say pizza and someone's like, well, we're getting Domino's, I'll bet, yep, makes perfect sense. Yeah, let's go.
I think Pizza Hut was ahead on the gimmick game in the 90s. I think between the Bigfoot and the triple decker, and like they still try, but it's like, what if the crust was like toes? And it's like, what? That's weird.
Well, but what if?
Yeah, I don't care for that. No.
Yeah, and you guys, being just a little bit older, you have more vivid memories of this time period. Help me out here, because this is how I think of it. Pizza Hut seemed to be better back then, and maybe that's just my memory because I was younger.
It's hard to say if it was better, but it definitely seemed like the most prominent.
Yeah,
Plus,
Book
it had
It.
like
Everyone
the fun
remembers Book
dine-in
It.
stuff.
Oh, Book It, yeah. Got
Yeah.
my free pizza every
It's the
month.
thing where you pretend to read books and you get free pizza. It was fucking great.
Yeah, with the, the trolls did. I like Papa John's.
Papa John's is good. Papa John's is
You're
good.
just a big fan of the farmer owner, though. That's what you love. Yeah,
I'm a Shaq guy.
Shaq's actually did great things for pizza or Papa John's. Yeah.
Y'all have round tables where you're at, right?
I've had it before, not here though.
No, I've never heard
the
of
closest
that.
one to me is in Chicago.
Never heard of round tables.
I am going to get Jets though after what
Jets. That's a
I'm getting Turbo Crust within the next week.
That goes for everybody. Try Jets. Get the 8-corner. Get or Hungry Howie's if you have one of those. That's another prominent one.
Hungry Howie's is basically like a Papa John's, but with a lot of flavored crust options. Those are pretty good.
Yeah, Hungry Howie's I think also started in Detroit. I think maybe.
I'm not a Marcus guy. We had a Romeo's for a hot moment here, and it was way too sweet. The sauce. I didn't like Romeo's.
Me and Chuck just decided we're going to franchise a Jets. All right, Chuck.
Giant Bomb should own a fast food franchise of some sort.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Sean.
Jan, Round Table is the one that's only in California.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I've always heard about it from people living in I think SoCal and stuff.
People bringing up CC's. Yeah, I used to go to CC's a lot in college. It was $1.99 pizza buffet Mondays in Lawrence, Kansas, and I would eat until I almost puked every time.
I definitely told you all that I got kicked out of a CC's, right?
No.
we knew, but just by looking at you.
You whipped it out, right? That's why.
We're like, this guy has the CC's energy right there.
No,
yeah.
it's like me and my friends graduation thing. Like we were gonna go to a CC's and we were like it's all you can eat. We're gonna just stay there all day.
It's the Homer thing. It's literally
yeah.
a Simpsons thing.
Yeah, it was literally a Simpsons thing.
And
So
he
we
gets kicked out.
I think after 8 hours, they're like, if you guys want to stay, you have to you paid for lunch, and then you have to pay for dinner. And I was just like, all right, I'm out. But like some of my friends are trying to put up a fight. Like the sign says, all you can eat, and I haven't had enough. Although my one friend did have like a great bit as we were getting kicked out and out of the door. He turned around, I was like, see you later. And then we were out of there.
Not bad.
Mikey hates breaking the law. I think I do have footage of him.
It's
in
true.
the travelogue.
It's true. I
breaking
felt
the law.
very
So,
guilty that
yeah.
a person in authority, even if that authority is assistant manager at a CC's, was upset at me.
Man, okay, Round Table is a regional chain, I guess, in California, but they have a lunch buffet, and I've told all of my friends, I've told every romantic partner that I've had in the past 20 years, all I want for my birthday is to go to the lunch buffet at a Round Table so I can have a bunch of salad and pizza. That's all I want. I don't want many things in life. And no one takes me fucking seriously.
No.
Everyone's like, funny goof. And then, we'll have birthday plans. And it's not what I fucking want. Sorry.
I think we have one of those nostalgia Pizza Huts near me. I got to go to it.
Next email comes from Jez from Western Australia, kangaroo emoji. Greetings to the duders. I recently started the Metal Gear series, playing through both Metal Gear Solid 1 and 2 over the last 2 weekends on my Switch 2, and man, what incredible games! Thank you to Dan for his diehard love of the series and finally motivating me to start them. My question is, should I start Snake Eater on my Switch 2 or wait for Delta? And bonus, what's everyone's favorite stupid name for Kojima's entire OOV? Parentheses, gotta give it to Vamp, who is named Vamp only because he's bisexual. Nothing to do with blood drinking or supernatural powers.
That is true. It is canonical. It is said in the game, Vamp is bisexual. That's why his name is Vamp. I believe he had a relationship with the army guy, Scott Dolph, that's on the tanker, who is, I think, also Fortune's dad, maybe?
Right. And they seem like very different people, those two, I have to say.
Very different folks. But yes, that is why that's why Vamp has his Scrub. Yes, Scrub, what's up?
You guys keep saying he's bi, that's why he's named Vamp. And
I don't
maybe
get it either.
He is also a vampire, but that's a coincidence.
No, but what does the word vamp have to do with bisexuality?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also don't understand when people say bisexual lighting or when they call Damian Priest bisexual Undertaker. I don't really know what that means. I just nod my head.
Yeah, don't worry. You just keep
That's
nodding.
all right.
You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
it's like, all right, I
Be
guess that's
safe.
the thing. Yeah.
This person should just probably wait for Delta. It's coming out very soon.
soon.
It is a 1-to-1 remake. So I would say just wait.
Well, based solely on what I played at a preview event last year, I would say just go ahead and wait for Delta.
There was a lot of bisexual lighting in Donkey Kong Bonanza.
What does bisexual? Is it just two different colors?
Yeah,
What
I think is it
Purple and blue.
So,
yeah,
Grub,
purple and
is your
blue.
lighting bisexual?
I've read. There's probably some bisexual lighting in here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the sunlight and red, that's different. That's not I wish that was bisexual lighting. but it's not.
Sunlight does not count.
Complementary
as-
colors, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
I see. Okay, I got it.
This isn't a Kojima thing. I did have to stop and roll my eyes pretty hard when I was playing Control. When like the main character was like, "Yeah, I'm from a town that's called Ordinary." I literally had to pause the game and be like, "Okay."
Look, he's Finnish, all right? He's got his way of telling stories, and we love him for it.
Yeah, because it's interesting, Jeff. Because I bet the town wasn't ordinary.
I bet it was the opposite.
Go, I'll do it. Burp, fuddy duddy.
Thank you. Self-policing
Great,
fuddy-duddy.
great. I don't know. Die Hard Man just sounds hilarious, and that's a
Yeah.
Kojima person.
I don't. What is the question? Is like what the name?
Favorite stupid name? I mean,
It's a very
Hot Cold
stupid
Man.
name, yeah.
Hot Cold Man might be a front runner.
Yeah, you guys. It is that Die Hard Man is the bet. It's the answer for this because the character's actual name is fucking John McClane. Die
Yeah.
Hard Man, whose real name is John McClane.
Yeah.
Die Hard
yeah.
Man, whose name is John McClane.
But do you get it?
No.
Yeah, Grub. I don't know if you get it.
I don't know if I do
Yeah.
get it. It's just stupid.
I don't think it's stupid.
There's
Anyway,
a lot of
I
stupid
do.
ones.
Let's just say Big Boss, also a stupid name.
It is. It is. We're
Especially
just
when it's
used
like,
to it.
Sounds
especially
good,
when
though.
it's-
It rolls off the
It's
tongue.
awesome.
Big
I love it,
Boss.
but it's like it is objectively stupid when Lyndon B. Johnson is like, I hereby give you the title of Big Boss.
And it's like question, is this an honorary title? Like, what
No.
do you mean? What are my responsibilities and duties as Big Boss?
I mean, he graduated from Naked Snake to Big Boss.
yeah, because
Yeah.
he killed a person named Boss.
That
We're
wasn't
doing spoilers.
That was Snake Eater, right, Dan? Where
Yeah.
that happened? Okay.
Yes, yes.
That's where the series jumped the shark for me when they started really, really taking this stuff seriously, I think. Like
That's when I started
storytelling-wise,
loving
at
it
least.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, that checks out. That really
Yeah.
does.
I posted this on Blue Sky. My favorite Kojima thing ever is when he puts the olive wreaths around the
That is
DLC
good.
pre-order
That is good.
bonuses for the PC version of whatchamacallit, the Building Bridges
Stranding.
game, Death Stranding. Yeah, that is just an insane Kojima
Just congratulations to you for giving me money.
I just like the thought process of that is just so mesmerizing to me. He's got a beautiful brain.
To be clear, it's very funny. Parentheses negative for Kojima. right?
Oh,
Like,
wait, how about this?
it
We're talking genius.
sucks.
On parentheses positive, Solidus Snake, the former president of the United States, has two katanas, and they're named Republican and Democrat.
wait, okay, I like that. that was
Where's
all right.
grenade launcher Nader?
yeah, right. Where's the Green Party?
That's a Ralph Nader joke,
Oh,
kids.
yeah, calling your noob tube Ralph would be really good, actually.
Mike, for me, I think it's like sometimes it's negative, sometimes it's positive. The overwhelming emotion is though that's like that could never be me. I could never do what Kojima does. I would never want to. I would be too ashamed or embarrassed. So I'm glad he exists and is out there doing
I'm
his
just
thing
saying,
because I
if-
never
if-
could.
If Randy Pitchford had the freaking like olive tree things around a pre-order
would-
bonus, we would
Oh,
have
what
run
an
him out of
asshole.
town.
I would beat
Yeah.
his ass.
What a dumbass.
I don't know. Norman Reedus sounds like a Kojima character, but that's just
Sure.
a guy.
Yeah, no, he's a porter that brings things across bridges, so his name is Sam Porter Bridges.
Bridges.
Hey, I wonder what gun Revolver Ocelot uses a lot.
Does
That's
he-
a spoiler, too.
Does Revolver Ocelot have any cat-like features?
He does. Yeah,
mean-
in 3. Yeah,
He acts like
I'll
a
tell you
cat.
what.
He
I
fucking
thought it was.
meows?
As much as I like
you didn't
3,
know that?
Oh, that's
I know, I
right.
haven't
He hasn't
played
played
3.
these games.
yeah, as much as I like
Oh.
3, I thought
Bruh.
that sound was really stupid.
One of
I
the,
did
no, but that's
not
one of the most
like it.
amazing things about Ocelot in 3 is like he's like the ultimate badass Lee Van Cleef cowboy in the later games, which are earlier that came out earlier. So to see him as like a shithead little 20-year-old that's like trying shit out, he's like trying to figure out his gimmicks, and he's like, I'm an Ocelot, and he summons his dudes by going, like he's just a fucking dork in 3. And I love it.
He has a revolver and he meows like a cat.
No,
Revolver
he doesn't have a
Ocelot.
revolver at first until Big Boss is like, hey, pussy, you should get a revolver. And the next time you see him, he's like, I got a revolver. Meow. It's great.
I can't wait to play this.
It's awesome.
Yeah, Grub, I think you need to play through all of it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
All right. Next email comes from Ken from upstate New York. Mike,
Yeah.
I went to a Rainforest Cafe for the first time.
Did
and
you jerk off in it?
This is what greeted me in the bathroom. I don't get it, but I understand now. Also, when you did, was it during one of the thunderstorms so everyone was distracted? For the other dudes, what was one of the most inappropriate things you've seen or experienced at a chain restaurant? Let me go find this image and show you.
I never did that. I can't even say anymore because I don't want to edit it. To be clear, it's a joke, everyone. Yes, Dan.
When I was 14 and my first job was at a McDonald's, we had a guy there named Ofer. And I remember on at least one occasion, because I remember we were all pretty horrified, he was in the bathroom for a long time, like during a rush. And we're like, where the fuck is Ofer? And then he comes out and he was a real character. And he goes like, I was just jacking off. And then he rubbed his hands all over all the fries.
Man, I guess could have been even worse than that, but man,
And we don't think he was joking about the whacking off. That was
I
an
didn't think
Ofer
Ofer would
move.
joke about such a thing.
That was a real Ofer move, yeah.
Classic Ofer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Oh, God. Anyway, the picture in question, I'm still trying to look for it, but it was, you could see the nipples on a monkey.
Monkeys have nipples.
Yeah, that's fine, but for that to be the first
Did
thing
it-
to greet you?
Did it get you going? Like, what's
That's what they're
the problem?
saying.
Yeah.
Ken?
I get it. I get why you jerked off in a Rainforest Cafe because I saw this.
Right.
The
Wow.
monkey nipples.
If you guys go look at the email doc or the run of show doc, I've just pasted the picture there. Very bosomy monkey.
Let's see. All right.
Okay,
yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Stacked.
It's more. Yeah, it's more than I was expecting.
Quantity?
I don't know. I had to stop myself because I was thinking more what? I'm not sure. Just more.
Just more. Okay. All right. Next one comes from Pope. Hi, Bombers. Love listening to the podcast while working in the lab and commuting. I'm interested in getting your advice on what to do at Gamescom. Me and my friend are going, and it will be my first con of any type. What do you suggest we get up to? Is it just a lot of entertaining yourself in long lines for things? Unfortunately, the only day we're able to be in Germany is Wednesday, when the con is more expensive for non-industry people. So I want to make sure we get the most out of it. Are things typically more busy for non-press on that Wednesday? Thank you, and I hope any of you going to Gamescom have a great time. Hope.
Yeah. It's going to be very busy. I like Gamecoms, but it's a very, very big conference, and it's a very crowded conference. Now, a lot of those crowds are going to be concentrated in those big booths where like your Capcoms are, and so if there's some big game you really want to play, that might take up a big chunk of your time. You're going to have to decide how much you really want to do that. It might be worth it. I actually thought a lot of the vendor booth areas were pretty cool, though. I bought a lot of vinyls. Like Disney Lorcana had a booth there that wasn't crazy crowded, so that was neat for me. So it is so big that you're going to still be able to find some areas that aren't super crazy crowded or wild, but just factor in the time if you do want to go to one of those big booths, and factor in the time if things you want to do are very far apart from each other. Just look at the maps because those hallways get crowded and it can be difficult just navigating.
Also, there's multiple floors for some of like the buildings where there's like Capcom will have a booth up top, but if you go down below, there's like a bunch of indie games or different like activations for stuff.
CFDJ Astits is playing.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna Google it to see if DJ Aztecs was playing.
Maybe if you go into a bar, don't yell English. Perhaps.
English. Forget these jokers. Actual tips: try to eat your lunch and dinners at off hours because all those food trucks and whatnot are going to be real busy right at noon. That's a theme park tip, also, by the way.
Yeah, fuck up your body to avoid lines. Yes.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Go to that cheese. That cheese shop is great. They give you all sorts of samples.
Yeah. Go watch
learn about World War II before you go to the chocolate museum.
Yes.
Go watch the Germany travelogue we did. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I would love
Good
to go
idea.
back to Gamescom.
Can't believe that's a year
Had
ago.
wonderful time.
It's from beans. Chocolate. It's
Yes.
from, They make it from beans.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Oh, if you're at a restaurant or a bar and you're ordering Kolsch, the little dude beers, so good and refreshing.
Yeah.
If you put your coaster over the beer, that is a sign that you're done. You don't want any more.
You want to do that because otherwise they'll just keep giving you Kolsch and charging you for it until you do that.
Yeah. It is not like, hey, we're gonna kindly refill it for you. We're gonna refill it for you and charge you. Okay, last 2 emails here.
Lexi
this one-
says they'll be there. Say hi to her and ask her for help on her Discord.
Yes. Go reach out to Lexi. Lexi will be there at Gamescom. This second to last email comes from Travis and Fargo, and they've written in 5 questions. We're going to speed through them. Number 1, have you ever been genuinely addicted to a video game to the extent you had to delete it or don't let yourself play it so you don't get sucked in again?
No.
Well, I mean, I played MMOs, and I probably played a lot of them. I don't know if I ever felt like this is too much. This is a problem. I have not ever uninstalled a game to kick a habit or something like that.
Marvel Snap.
Yeah,
I had to delete it.
fair.
2, what's the Godfather of video games? And should I see The Godfather?
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, and yes, watch The Godfather.
Well, what about in the sense of it insists upon itself? What if that's what we mean of
Metal
with the
Gear
God-
Solid 3 Snake.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Red Dead. Yeah, Metal Gear earns it better.
Okay. 3, I'm a firm believer that we need more edible food and drink containers, like the Humble Bread Bowl.
Yeah.
My top idea is a leak-proof waffle cone cup for hot beverages. What would you want?
I've always wanted I thought this was a real thing because of The Simpsons, and I've always tried to find it. It's just when Homer had the tortilla hat where it had the nacho cheese bowl on the top, and he would break it off and dip it, and like I always assumed
so
that was
good.
just a thing you could order, and it's just never on a menu.
I think edible straws, like red vines, we should just have those be the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the bread bowl is kind of perfect. Like, it doesn't get better than that. So, I don't know. Just variations on the bread bowl. Give me more fun versions.
Are edible panties real?
Yeah.
They're
They're
just
not
like fruit
tasty.
roll
They're
up.
just
They're
like-
not good. Bad fruit roll up.
Are they like bad fruit roll up?
Yeah.
Bad fruit roll up.
Okay.
Yeah. Disney invented the handwich at Epcot, and that's just kind of a bread cone thing. The handwich.
Sandwich. So like a wrap?
Kind of, but it looks more like a cone. You kind of hold it. And they kind of brought it back for Cars Land and California
Oh,
Adventure.
okay, yes,
Where you
yes.
can
Oh,
get the
Euro,
mac and
got
cheese
it,
in it.
okay.
Yeah.
Cultural appropriation. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Number 4, will we ever get another Star Fox 2 situation? Meaning, an old finished but unreleased game from a major publisher they decide to drop several years / console generations later.
We just got another one. Shantae Advance has happened. So, yeah, we actually just got that one. And there'll be some other reason one day or another, I hope.
There will be because Harada just said this. I didn't put this in the story. I don't know why. Was this his game, Tekken Cross Street Fighter? I thought that was the Capcom one, but
No,
said
whichever
Capcom
name
was-
is first is who it is. So like Street Fighter Cross Tekken came out. Tekken Cross Street Fighter did not.
Right.
okay. So so it was his game then. And Harada said he would like to show off the 30% completed game one day. I
That'd be
put
cool.
that in a collection one day.
I
Like
think
just
they were like 2 screenshots. I feel like I've seen like Ryu in like a Tekken engine or something like that.
Yeah, they did that. They showed that off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a Tekken collection. Jesus Christ.
make a Tekken collection and add that in there as a bonus. Like
I asked them about that last year, by the way, when I got to talk to them, and they were just like, huh, hey, we should do that. And I'm like, yeah, you really should.
So, people brought up StarCraft Ghost, and that's interesting. But Blizzard, like, they actually had a completed Warcraft Adventures, that point-click adventure game. You can't just find it and play it. It's basically a full game. But maybe someday they'll just actually release it themselves, too. Why not?
And last question from Travis and Fargo. What movie have you seen the most times in your life?
By a very large margin, MacGruber.
Fellowship of the Ring.
course.
Fellowship of the Ring. Almost certainly.
Surf Ninjas or TMNT 2 Secret of the Ooze?
Hell yeah.
Die Hard
That's
1.
up there.
Yeah, mine might be
Nice.
like Ghostbusters or something. You know,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah,
do you
Secret of the
think-
Use is high up there for me, for sure.
What do you think Backlar's most watched movie is?
Wayne's World.
Big Lebowski.
Oh, these are genuine answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit, what's the
Slapshot.
joke? Yeah.
The Goon.
Yeah, Goon. That's actually
Yeah,
a great movie.
He's a big Sean William Scott fan.
Who isn't?
I mean, who amongst us, right?
Role models.
Green Hornet, because it's Seth Rogen. There we go. All right.
Okay, last email of the show comes from Luke in Newmarket, England, sent from Outlook for Android. Hey, Bombers. I found a VHS tape in my attic labeled The Smallest Man. I have no idea what is on this tape and who left it there. The previous tenant was my mom, and she has no idea what this is. There's no movie or TV show that I could find called The Smallest Man. So what do you think is on the tape? I've yet to find a VHS player to check. Regards, Luke, Newmarket, England.
Luke. I have a VCR and a CRT right there. We can do a live watch. Well,
Don't do it live.
No, we will not.
I could do a very quick vet, and
Have
then we could
Bonk
do.
watch it first or something.
Yeah, maybe let Bonk look at it first.
Yeah, Luke, I regret to inform you, you just found your mom's porn.
Luke, you
If you want to send it to us, that's on you, but
We'll toss it in, Luke.
I think what this is like an episode of Sally Jesse Raphael of her interviewing the world's smallest man, and for some reason someone got like just really captivated about this and wanted to record it so they could watch it when they got home from working at Domino's.
I think Sean's right. It's a dude with a small dick.
All right, that too.
Wouldn't it just be called The Smallest Dick?
Well, he's like the
you don't want to
smallest.
be crass.
Yeah,
be subtle
we're
about
classy
Yeah.
porn about small dicks.
Okay, sure. Okay. No, Luke, seriously, send it. I'll check it out. I'll vet it and air it on the site if need be.
And they'll sign an NDA in case it's porn of your mom.
Yeah, we won't show that.
We don't want to see that, but we're journalists.
All right, that does it for emails. Once again, bombcast@giantbomb.com is the email address to send your emails to. Thank you for everyone for sending your emails. We've been getting a lot, so it's been hard to include all of them in the show, but I do appreciate y'all for writing in. Mike Minotti, please hit me with some super chats if we got any.
We got quite a bunch here. Thank you, everybody. First up from Idiot Box. Fire escape was on in the background at work, and someone heard Dan screaming about musicals. She said, man, someone getting angry about something they don't understand is the whitest thing ever.
Yep.
No, I think that was Mike that was yelling. Or actually, might have been Mary because she was a coward and would not admit that she also did not like Hamilton. But yeah.
Oh, you guys are all cool. William Gunkler says, enjoyed that Thunderfolk stream. Speaking of things Dan likes and appreciates on their chance.
Number one.
Will you guys continue it? There's a lot more you all haven't seen, including some found family for Jan. I was enjoying the game.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah, maybe we should do one more stream of it. Kind of have one more go.
Yeah, because, maybe there's some more complexities there. We were doing pretty good. I liked being my giant polar bear tank guy.
Fire and ice, baby.
Jan was so strong as that fire lizard. It was wild. The one that you picked up from Dan. Dan, you could have been a strong fire lizard, but you were scared because of fantasy or something.
It was a lot of things I didn't like.
Pseudo Jake says, Jan, check Venmo memos. Super chat isn't sending. Lol.
Now, they sent that in a super chat.
Yeah, something is right here.
Well, I think it's because of their original message, but Jake wrote, on Saturday, 8/16, 10 a.m. Eastern, I'll be streaming Clone Hero for 24 hours to raise money for Gaza through PCRF, tinyurl.com/woke Gaza, Ghoul Boy. I'll drop those links in a second, folks. And a Twitch stream is at twitch.tv/pseudospace.jl.
I wonder which word in there YouTube didn't like.
Much love, Jake from Boston, a.k.a. Woke Gaba Ghoul Boy.
Woke Gaza Ghoul is funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Zombie Porn says, does Jan still call Turbo Sean old?
Yes.
Yeah, what the hell? I still never went back. What'd you do in here?
You turned 30 and he pounced. He pounced, Sean. I
you're
tried
one of
to
us
stop
ready.
him.
Merciless.
I said, that's not very nice. Sean's still younger than you, actually. And he's like, shut up, Mike. He punched me and he grabbed my arm. I was like, Jan, stop. That hurts. And he just wouldn't stop.
Classic Jan.
Classic rude Jan.
And then Dan Neil did the frog pose behind Mike, and then we schoolboyed him.
It's exactly how it went down.
I hope that was in good like HD on the stream because I just need to like cut that out and put that everywhere. I don't know where I'm gonna put. I just need to put Dan doing that everywhere.
My knees still hurt.
Hellogan says, "Hey, thanks for doing the Bombcast on my birthday. Happy birthday, Hellogan."
HBD.
Yep.
Mwah.
And then Dum Dum Banjo says, "Biculture mentioned." Here you go. Here we go. Hearts for all of our bi friends. Absolutely.
There we go. That's right.
That's perfect, Dan. No notes. That's an apple. Get it away before Mike sees.
There we go.
Can't
Look at
even
that. I
make
did
a
it.
heart.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
young.
There we go.
Yeah, you're a real ally, Dan.
That's not even the young way to do heart now. You got to do it like this.
No,
Crap.
this is the
No,
young
that
way
one
to do
sucks.
hearts. What do you guys
This
do?
one is the young way. Shit.
Come on,
This is
come
the
on
young
now.
way.
Well, younger
I
than
remem-
me, anyhow.
I tried to get Vinny to do this, and he thought it was like a racist thing, and he didn't want to partake.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is that? Wait, that's the heart?
It's a nitty bitty little heart.
we did get a raid from Nextlander earlier, right after they finished watching "I'm in Love with Your Dead Grandmother." So
Are we
thank
still
you for that.
friends? Is it okay?
Well, they
Vinny
rated
loved
us, so I bet. I wonder if any of them broke as hard as I did when the grandmother came back to life only to get shot. The funniest thing I've ever seen.
Is that it for Super Chats, Mike Minotti?
That is it for Super Chat. Thank you so much, everybody. Back to you, Jan.
Thank you so much, everyone. We got a stacked and packed week. We got Game S mornings popping off for the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today, we got a bunch of stuff going on because the SF Travelogue is dropping fairly soon right after this podcast. My slow pipes going to take a hot second to upload that, but we'll do it as a premiere so we can all hang out in the YouTube chat and comment and laugh and cry at the horrors and hilarity.
I got to find out. Chuck Towski said that someone in Discord reached out to him saying that they might have been directly responsible for us almost dying in the Waymo during the part with the fire truck. So curious if you're listening. Love to hear what happened there.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of the Waymo it almost killing us. A lot of highs and lows. Interesting stuff. You're going to see me drunker than I've ever been on content. For
Dan
sure.
talks to the Waymo like a dog, and you're all going to be very upset by it. Like, you just get used to it now.
Well, Mike
so
wants
you
to
can
fuck
fuck
it.
Were.
Yeah, no.
Mike talks
Yeah,
about wanting
Mike's
to fuck
definitely
it.
worse.
Yeah.
It has a very fantastic cold open. Not saying that the first cold open was going to be bad. It just was a lot.
It was the most.
It's still in
Dan,
there. It's
you
just not the
included
cold open.
all the footage from the Disney Museum that I sent you, right? Okay, good.
I did.
I'm excited.
It's
for
in
people
there.
to see that.
And after that, we also have shouts out to Derek Stone. Derek put together the best of for Pimp My Reichert, which wrapped last week, leading into Grub's shift on Blake Club.
It's Trespasser Eve.
Jeff Passer Eve.
Oh, it's gonna be
That's
so
right.
good. He has no idea.
He doesn't know. Sean,
I
you
can't
know.
wait. Oh, I know that game.
Yeah.
I know that game very well. Yes.
Jeff just found out that it's first person, which
wow.
there's so
Oh,
much
yeah.
more to learn.
He is not ready
that
for
mean?
what type of game that is. I think.
Yeah. I don't think this game existed before or after.
No, yeah,
This
like
type
it
of
was.
game.
Yeah, like Jeff, I think I said this once to you. It's the kind of game that could have been really cool if they didn't completely bungle it. So there's ideas
Alright.
in there. Yeah.
I like ideas, but Daikatana also had ideas, and that was the problem.
Exactly. It
Grub,
sure did, didn't it?
Don't look anything up or look at the chat, but Grub, do you even know about like the health system in the game? Or
No, I don't know.
Oh, really?
Well,
your
yes.
health bar?
I don't
or
know.
anything?
Like
Oh,
literally,
yes.
what I thought it was like an interactive CD-ROM, like point and click,
like a virtual
pretend-
Springfield.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
Sega CD Jurassic Park game.
Okay, that's probably what I was thinking of them.
Oh, I'm so excited about tomorrow. I've been thinking about tomorrow for a long time, and I'm so excited.
All
right,
right,
Annie,
best health
shit.
bar. What is this game?
Wait, what? Oh, yeah, no, the health bar
Yeah.
is awesome. Yeah,
The fucked up thing is that it's a grub game, but it's a bad game. So it's a bad
Yeah,
grub
it's-
game.
Pay for my sins. Okay.
Yeah.
So, folks, tune in live for that new season of Blake Club. Jurassic Grub, Jeff Passer.
Oh yeah, there it is.
although I hear the game doesn't even actually technically have Jurassic Park in the title.
Yeah,
It's just called
correct.
Trespasser, but it's a fucking
Really?
Jurassic Park game. Why didn't they put that in the title?
weird.
Yeah.
Great. Thursday, Game S Mornings, as well as an episode of Voicemail Dump Truck Dumpers. Go get your calls in. Friday is going to be another packed day because we are going to be doing Game S Mornings as well as a License to Thrill, some fast food games. Yummy.
Yes.
And then UPF, we're going to try and do Drag and Drive. Try our hardest for that. A bunch of other stuff popping up on the website. Yesterday, Shawn dropped an Evo interview for the new Virtua Fighter project. Shawn's got a bunch more loaded up, ready to drop throughout the week. You boys, the Blight crew, did some guest commentary over Evil Uno. Wrestling, comedy wrestling, mystery wrestling stuff yesterday.
Yes,
that was a lot of fun.
That was a blast.
Stream kept getting like even more fun after we left. They in the middle of the match, they like had like a poker segment. They were just playing poker for a long time. It was great.
They just
Oh, no,
hosted
I'm sorry, it
a
was
seminar,
Uno.
like
They
a
were
wrestling
playing
seminar at one
Evil
point.
Uno. Sorry.
Oh, cute.
Of course.
Yes,
I get that. Yeah, that was a great
perhaps a Heretic Hexen quick look later this week as well.
time. Jeff and I are going to record that. Gotta get some food into this, Jeff, but then we can maybe
Same.
record that before a meeting.
All right.
Yeah, and a lot of busy stuff popping off. It's another busy week. Again, if you are a premium member, you haven't heard this yet, we're having a premium beta of the new website. Shouts out to Chuck. We fuck with Chuck. EnormousExplosive.com. If you're an existing premium member, you can go ahead and use your email address and your username that you have on the current website. That'll carry over. You can test all the things. Admittedly, there are a couple videos that are missing from the library. I'm working with my slow pipes to go ahead and get those uploaded. But gang, anything else before we get out of here?
Jeff.
Yeah. What can I do for you, bud?
You're a premium beta.
All right. Let's end the podcast.
All right, that about does it for the Giant Bombcast, I guess. We'll be back next week. Somehow, he's been Shawn, he's been Jeff, he's been Mike, he's been Dan, I've been Chan. We fuck with Chuck. Let me see some FWCs. We'll see you next week for another episode of the Giant Bombcast. Until then, I love you. Goodbye. Mwah. Happy birthday again, Mom. I love you. I better be your favorite child because I'm the only one.